Good night. This is the Cutting Edge at IRF every day with you. And next Wednesday. So you might wonder why you're not here in the team, because I can't find it. Well, I will tell you what a drive come down here. I have never seen so much car in Jamaica in my life. Believe you me. I've been driving in Jamaica for years now, and today is the worst driving day of my life in Jamaica. Half a Tree Road, Cross Road, Balmoral Avenue. Terrible, man. Terrible. I don't know how them a say them a go widen the road and them a bring so much car on the island still. Because it now make no difference to the whole scheme of the thing. When I check it, it now make no difference. Because I never see a car space empty yet. I never see one of them car mart that have no car there. Every car mart where I pass, it always full. Always full. I never see an empty car mart yet. And now people can buy car 100%, what them call it? What them call it? 100% financing. So if you get car 100% financing, and none of the car them none of the car mart them no empty, and so much car them on the road, what a catastrophe and calamity in Jamaica. Believe you me, man, I'm frustrated. I am very frustrated. Then we top it off now. I reach about a kilometer from the end of the highway. Me never see a crash like that. You know? Me say bus, truck, car, people lay down on ground. I mean, it's what it is. I don't understand it. I don't know if it's all the people that might drive, but me never see no accident like that on the highway. I mean, me know say accident must have happened on the highway, but the one day when me pass a while ago, man, horrible. Horrible. I don't ever stop for hear what is what. But I see people out there with them cell phone and take picture. The whole of the truck, the whole of the bus front mash up, the bus back mash up. One car each up in the back, one neck. Me I tell you. Anyway, I can't find the team. I can't find the team. But I'm going to look for see if I see it. Okay. I don't know where I'm going so. Believe you me, I am totally not into team tonight. I am totally not into team tonight. Anyway, we're going to keep the show still. We're going to play a tune. First, here we go.
Children that they need nothing exterior to themselves to be happy. No person, place, or thing. And that true happiness is found within. Teach them that they are sufficient unto themselves. Teach them this and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that failure is a fiction, that every trying is a success, and that every effort is what achieves the victory. The first no less honorable than the last. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that they are deeply connected to all of life, that they are one with all people, and that they are never separate from God. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that they live in a world of magnificent abundance, that there's enough for everyone, and that it is in sharing the most, not in gathering the most, that the most is received. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there's nothing that they are required to be or to do to be eligible for a life of dignity and fulfillment, that they need not compete with anyone for anything, and that God's blessings are meant for everyone. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly.
Teach your children that they will never be judged, that they need not worry about always getting it right, and that they do not have to change anything or get better to be seen as perfect and beautiful in the eyes of God. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that consequences and punishment are not the same thing, that death does not exist, and that God would never condemn anyone. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there are no conditions to love, that they need not worry about ever losing your love or God's, and that their own love, unconditionally shared, is the greatest gift they can give to the world. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that being special does not mean being better, that claiming superiority over someone is not seeing them for who they really are, and that there is great healing in acknowledging mine is not a better way. Mine is merely another way. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach your children that there is nothing they cannot do, that the illusion of ignorance can be eradicated from the earth, and that all anyone really needs is to be given back to themselves by being reminded of who they really are. Teach them this, and you will have taught them grandly. Teach these things not with your words, but with your actions, not with discussion, but with demonstration. For it is not what you do that your children will emulate, but how you are that they will become.
Continent with Mutabaruka. We are listening to our laments. You know here, continent, the end, the
Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. All right. Make a circle long, really. Between the road and the accident right just a while ago, kind of get me, kind of bummy me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is the cutting edge. You know, we still revive ourselves, you know, but I try just think about the day where I spend, and I say, you know, a while ago, I look on this bus, and the bus front mash up. And in at the front, I mean, everything else will lick there at the back of the bus. Like the car underneath the bus, but lick the bus, and then I try to figure out what caused the bus from mash up so in at the front. I mean, not see no car in at the front or no truck in at the front. Car, the way the bus mash up at the front, it must lick on something. It must lick on something for mash up, for the front of the bus mash up. So, but me not see nothing in front of the bus. The things that me see mash up, they behind the bus. May I tell you? You know, may I tell the people them say, look, you know, you see the highway there? I talk about going to town now, I talk about coming to Ochi. Because we understand the deep one where when you reach a certain place in the highway, it's pure downhill you go. And if you don't mind sharp, your car run with you. And then sometimes you drive and you see some car will look like them skid. And end up and lick up on the side of the thing, and I say, wow. But you see the other side of the highway, there is some spots in the highway where if you don't mind sharp, you know, it just gone with you because it start out like it a drive normal and all of a sudden you see the car just a run, so just a run and you now press the gas and the car just a run. One of them places are near when you nearly reach a gas station, and we are talking about going to Ochi, when you go to Ochi, when you nearly reach a gas station, we're on the other side of the highway. I mean, like, you drive and all of a sudden the car just start to run. And me I say, wow. And the spot where me see it happen, which almost like you come out of the highway or so now, there's a spot there where they mark slow. There's a sign marked slow. But me I tell you, if you don't mind sharp, you end up over the other side of the road, you know, because there's a little sinking on the road there, you know. There's a little, every week I watch a sink there, you know. I say, I prepare for the sink, you know. But the thing with it now, the truck them drive on the left side. The truck them drive on the left side and the bus them drive on the left side. I don't know how the hell so much things match up on the left side of the thing. What was happening? The bus has slowly go down and a car come down and now recognize that the bus over on the left side and it's like it's too late now for him go over back on the right side and lick the bus. There's something else come lick him. Why may I tell you? Somebody have to explain to me. You know the weirdest thing about it, the highway there is a quiet place, you know. And me I say, me no see no house round the area. The amount of people when me see out there, so me I say, where them people they come from? And I know people that drive car, and some youth and people amount the highway for come over upon the other side for come look upon the people them upon the ground. And me I say, but wait. But so much people come from at the night there. Where them people they live, that them just come out of them cool so and just know say an accident down there so you know me could run go down you know and like a big crowd down there. Like in a town, like an accident happened in a town. This is a highway. This is a highway. You know I expect so much people to stand up and look on an accident. And then you have car where stop and everybody have them video, them cell phone and take picture. I tell you. Me see a man that go around the bus like him a cameraman, you know, like him a news reporter. You know that gone on Instagram and Facebook and all them something about. No, boy, me I tell you, it shake me up. It shake me up because me I come from a scene in a Kingston where me car never move. When me take from Crossroad to Balmoral Avenue, me take 1 hour and 10 minutes to reach it. So from Crossroad. Anybody who knows about Balmoral Avenue there? It take 1 hour and 10 minutes from the beginning of the avenue to the end of the avenue on Maxwell Avenue. It take me 40 odd minutes. Me not exaggerate. From the beginning. From you come off of Half-a-Tree Road and turn on Balmoral, yeah, Balmoral Road name, Balmoral, yes. From the beginning there, Half-a-Tree Road, with the stoplight there, to the other stoplight, down on Maxwell Avenue there, so. It take me 40 odd minutes to reach down there, so, on the little road there. A little road will take you like 2 minutes to drive out. Take 40 odd minutes. From that stoplight there, go up to the stoplight where there, Wellington Park Road, so now when you go across, me stop count. Me stop count because I look at the clock and I say, it come like, me da reach like I already tonight, you know. I say, no, me da reach like I already because this look away. This look away come here and I think now say, Washington Boulevard must ram up. Well, fortunately, the Washington Boulevard never ram up, but where did that happen on the road? Can somebody call me and tell me where did that happen on the road? Why everything just stuck on the road? So just stuck, just stand up, nobody now move. No car where I go down Half-a-Tree and move. No car where I go up Half-a-Tree and move. Everybody just stay. People that try to turn back now the middle of the road make it even worse. Because just as you move, a man come cross at the middle of you and you have to wait till he move. And by the time he move, a man come in front of you and I don't know. I have never seen that like that. Never. I mean, traffic take me already for Half-a-Tree Road, but I never see it stay so. That me I wonder if me I have, if me or some, because me live Crossroad, and when me reach at the FedEx, me realize when me say, but wait, a FedEx me reach, this are like a, where them call a green, where them call a little late road they will turn up there so. Right at ATL, which part ATL there. Me I say, but wait, you mean say me no pass here so yet? And me I look on the clock and I said, no, this serious because I know say them hours them supposed to have done halfway on the highway. I don't know. I have to go find out where did I go on Half Tree Road tomorrow. Because everybody had sleep right now. I have to go find out what the hell was happening on Half Tree Road. Why the road, no car now move. I mean, nothing now move. Minutes on top of minutes and one car move down. By the time you move the car, you have to stop again, move the car, stop again. Wow. Then wait there now. All them car, they were in a them car mart. When me drive past a car mart, every car mart full of car. Me never say a car mart were empty yet. I mean, no say car must sell because people don't open so much car mart and car now sell. Because you can't get 100% financing for car. No, that means you don't have no money. Just prove say you work and you get certain portion of money. Depending on what kind of car you have, you can't know say well, you can't get that and get that and that. So you don't have to put out no money to get car now. You just pay a car like you pay your rent. And me I tell you, me no see none of the car mart them empty. And so much car upon the road. And I like first time we see pure old car upon the road. First time you drive to Rotted and car just a broke down upon the road, especially when rain falls, I hope a car broke down. Now it look like that now happen again. Because most of the taxi man them appear brand new car, I see them a drive. The Japanese car, them pay brand new car and financing workout. And me I say, but wait. Me no see no car mart empty. So what we are going to do? What we're going to do? Today me I come off of the hill and me think say Long Lane did done pass it Gideon. Like me I say, wait, alright. Couple days now me I drive long and I not see no stop. All of a sudden me see this long line. I come down Long Lane. It take me 1 hour from the water tank, where the water there, up at the top. 1 hour for go down Manor Park. 1 hour. A drive where take you like 3 minutes for reach down a water, for reach down, sorry, from Red Gal Ring for go down at this. 3 to 4 minutes, you drive and you reach a Manor Park. And today it take me 1 hour from the water, the reservoir thing place, where the water works have them thing, to Manor Park Plaza there. It take me 1 hour. What the hell is happening? And when we go down there, me no see nothing so weird to say the traffic supposed to jam up so. Me no really see nothing. Why it stay so? I saw we're going to live now, Rasta. The people them can't get no water. Digital now work properly. Flow now work properly. I mean, it's where I go on. It's where I go on. At 2 months now, no TV. That's it. We have TV up here at 2 months, so we can't see me, we can't see me say, this is what is happening now. Boom. Wi-Fi get leak out. Man come on me yard, say I'm going to fix Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi gone now, you have to go get something else. I don't know if it's true them I try to phase out one thing to bring in the next thing and them are forced to bring it. But the thing with them bring in now, them I say, this is for people who live in areas where it is very difficult to get the Wi-Fi, and which is true, because it works. And my daughter get one and she live way in the bush and it works. So I'm not complaining about that. But why the other one not working? You have the one for years, and it not work. Cable, poof, gone. People, of course, them can't get no water. Water drip. I mean, truck off still go around like you live in some remote part of some Amazon jungle. Like you live in some Amazon jungle. And you live in a metropolitan city. You live in a city where it's supposed to be moving and striving towards first world. But we only think first world, but we are live a terrible way. I mean, water is something where you're supposed to have, man. You're supposed to have water. So right now, all of the utilities them kind of take a rest. Meanwhile, the road a bill, and the road a bill, and the road a bill. So what I'm to the other things them? Water is life. And the people them a ball. Every time you turn on a rail, the people them a ball. Them can't get no water to lock off. I don't know. Them used to blame say no rain not fall. No, the rain not fall. Them a say I want pipe out a ferry there, out a Mandela Highway there, where bus and it can't work out now and it a go fix and all them something there. Meanwhile, the people them can't get no water. Can't get no water. Your digital phone, it works sometime and it not work sometime. One time your phone just a work. One time your phone just a work. Your phone will cut off unless you not pay the bill. Then your phone cut off. But now you pay the bill and your phone not work. Me don't understand them something there. You have to walk up and down like your house to find out which part it is. You have to walk up and down like your house to find out which part the signal there. How kind of fool is this lad? You know this modern high-tech society where they're supposed to talk about high-tech. You have your cell phone and you have pay digital or flow. And your phone, you get up in the morning, you have to turn on and turn off your phone to get signal. And then you have to walk, go time to set the signal there. And all them something there. The Wi-Fi now pick up like strong enough and all them something there. And you have to pay money for it. And then when you go there now and talk to them, they tell you about, well, you have to wait till the next bill come and we will write it down, this and write down that and write down that and all them foolishness there. What kind of joke business? I wanted the Prime Minister phone and Wi-Fi would not work like our one now work properly. I wanted him use Flow or him use are the same people them, Lime Flow are the same people them. I wonder if him have shot, I wonder if the Prime Minister get up and water in him yard sometime. Me really like know that. Like him get up for go bathe and go work and no water no there. I wonder if him go through all them something there. I wonder if any of the ministers go through these things. When them get up one morning and say, well, I have to go to work at 9 o'clock, you know. I go take a bath. And when them go in there, no water in the pipe. Do politicians go through these things? Or is just we, as normal people in Jamaica, go through them things there? Or them something to work out? I wonder if 2 days pass and him not pay the light bill, the light lock off on him. I wonder if the Prime Minister light lock off sometime. Or it just continues, him just pay it and no said pay. I have somebody who just check that and say, remember, you know, June the 25th, you know, don't make the light thing come 25th, you know. I wonder if him have people who just know, say, well, at the 25th, and them supposed to pay the light bill, and them just go pay it. That's it, no lock off. But how go the water, like everybody suffer from water now, everybody. I wonder if these people suffer from water problem in them yard. Because if you get up early in the morning, my water lock off Monday night. Well, not even Monday night, Monday evening. And then come back Tuesday morning. And then if you don't mind sharp, Sunday night it lock off. I am wondering if politicians, including the Prime Minister, have a time when him tell him wife, say, look here, you better catch up some water, you know, because, you know, so the pipe won't lock off at such and such a time. I wonder if them go through all them things they do. These things make I wonder and ponder, I have to ponder and wonder about that. Because them live in Jamaica. Them live in Jamaica and them use water commission water and them use pipe. I don't see no whole heap of tank a certain area, water tank. When I go to a certain area, I don't see no whole heap of black tank. Yet still we have to have tank. I wonder if these people have tank in them yard. Those big, black, ugly tank. Where people have in them yard, the tank them just make the things, the aesthetics of your yard don't look too proper. Especially when you put them on top of the old stop. I wonder if these people have these big black tank at them yard. That when water commission lock off them pipe or move the pipe bus, them still have water there. And then them can't have no water because the water takes so long to come back that all the tank empty. I wonder if them have these problems. Because it come to me, just the normal people, them have problem. Or them can't ball out. Like the people them. Yeah, the people them have ball. The water, I mean we get water, this and now we get, and the water just a drip. And we get up for go bathe, and we have to stand up there, and time I get late. I wonder if these people have anybody who drive in a these taxi. When them driving at the taxi to go somewhere, them get scared. These people have, any politicians have anybody who drive in a taxi? I wonder if them have anybody who drive in a taxi. I wonder if them ever see a taxi or drive on the road yet, or how the taxi them drive. I wonder if the Prime Minister ever see a taxi driving bad on the road or a coaster bus. I wonder if him drive anywhere where these bus drive. Because when him a drive, him a front run already, him front drive thing and people are blow and the Prime Minister come, the politician will come, give him way. And bike man a stop all traffic and make him pass and them thing there. That means him not see no taxi or drive. I wonder if these man ever see the taxi or drive. I wonder if the Prime Minister ever see a taxi, a bad rider man, or a drive on the wrong side of the road, or the coaster man them, like today, when we see the coaster man, about 3 coaster man just come out of the line and go down long lane, and I swear them go down long lane. One of them just easing at the road, and I say, you see all me, no, moon give no thing, you know. Little more, Mr. One of them are reverse, I come up the road. One of them are reverse, I come up the road, gets this one now. A long line of traffic, them block up, and them are reverse, but guess what? Is a unmarked police car, tell him to reverse up the road. A unmarked police car, about 4 police in the car, tell him to reverse, go up back the road. And him reverse, go up the road and go up a position where him can park. And everybody have to come out of the bus and walk by Manor Park. Unfortunately for me, everybody will come out of the bus and I walk by Manor Park, reach a Manor Park before me, and me I drive. Everybody were in the bus, come out and I walk. And then reach a Manor Park before me. I wonder if the Prime Minister or any politician ever witnessed these things on the road. I wonder, is a serious pondering up to ponder for that? Because it come like it's a different Jamaica. I wonder what would happen if the Prime Minister was driving on Alpha Tree Road today. What would happen? Because an ambulance had come up the road and couldn't move. And all the ambulance today, I say, the man all the behind me is like, me want to come out at the bridge, and I better you don't take out that siren there, because you can't move. You could have turned the siren a little more. You can't move. You have to go wait till that position open for you. You cannot move. I wonder if a politician or the Prime Minister, what would he do if he was driving on Alpha Tree Road today? What would the Prime Minister do? What could have happened for the Prime Minister to move on that road? Him couldn't move Because you can't go left, you can't go right, you can't go forward, you can't reverse. What would the Prime Minister do? The Prime Minister ever get in, the Prime Minister ever in a position that where him can't move in our traffic? Me don't know, me just ask. I vex, you know. Me vex because after me left that, me come see a big accident down there, so. People lay down on the ground and car match up, bus match up and all. Me vex. Me want to have them people that ever, I want the Prime Minister ever see an accident on the road, where people lay down on the road are dead. I want him ever see them thing there. I if he would have come out and look. And take him cell phone and I take picture. I want him to do that. Me don't know. It come like a different Jamaica them people are living now. Or we are see them things and them not see it. Or we are see it and them not see it. You know much video me saying go get heaven. Look on all the video with the policeman, the two policemen them, for whatsoever the brother do. Whatever the brother do, I don't care what him do. The police them, I kick the brother in him chest. The brother upon the ground, you know. The brother upon the ground. The Prime Minister say, in the state of emergency, him don't want to say the people them handle a certain way. And on the bright video, the police them a kick the brother in him chest, and the brother lay down on the ground, and one of them hold the brother and a dry him on the ground. And to me, obviously, what them a try though, them a try make the man get up and run to shoot him. Because the two of them have gun in them hand, a pint on the brother. The brother now, you know, the brother lay down on the ground. One time he lay down like him dead, you know. And one of them come and kick him in his face, you know. And drive him over. That me and say, what is? What kind of animal thing are going on here, so? This is some man where supposed to keep the peace. You have a man on the ground like you're supposed to handcuff him and carry him go to jail. You're supposed to kick him in his face and drive him on the ground and push him against the car and hold the gun so like you want him run. You know, it's like, what kind of thing that? And you see if him the fight, and you hear somebody else say, you hear the people on the back of the thing, you know. No, kill him. Why you don't want to kill the man and the man lay down on the ground like so? I mean, you say rob somewhere too, you know. You're going to kill the man. I mean, no, Rasta. Me want if the Prime Minister say them thing there. You think the Prime Minister say them thing there, sister? Eh? When see them? Where my drive answer them? You think the Prime Minister ever get stuck in a traffic yet? You laugh, no. I wonder if the Prime Minister ever get stuck in a traffic, Rasta. Because for half a tree road, eh? In my helicopter. But them drive still. Them don't take helicopter to go to Parliament. No, because it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Not even in a New York City. When we see the most traffic jam in a New York City. Not even in a New York City, we see them kind of traffic jam there. When me I tell you say car can't go up, car can't go left, car can't go right, and car can't reverse. This was today. And it was so unfortunate that I go somewhere where I never usually go today. I never usually go downtown. Them hours there. And I tell the brethren, you know, hey, Lego, who are you to play Lego in a Rasta? Hey, Lego. Anybody when they see Lego tell him, say, brethren, if you ever know how I come out from your place, come out and come along an area, so after me don't tell you, say, me know why I left 7 late hours there in a Rasta. Because I know where it's going to happen, you know. And so said, so done. Me no go downtown them hours there, you know. Because I know what's going to happen when you come up back. In the morning, you must go downtown, and in the evening, you must come up. You know, I get them. Yeah, all right. You know, so me I say, me kind of shake up. I believe you me. Me admit it. Me shake up. Me shake up with the traffic and me shake up with what me say there, so. But we are going to continue. we're going to continue because, yes, me I tell you, Jamaica. And in all of that, you know, Jamaica is a wonderful place. In all of that, I really want the politicians them get up an early man to catch water before the water lock off, you know. I think about it, you know. I think about it hard. I have to find out that, you know. I have to find out if politicians get up early the man to catch up water before them water lock off. Because it's the same water we have feed them pipe and the same water have feed poor people pipe. There's no way them could have water abundantly when we thirsty. No way. All right, make us see. We have an interview here. Line up. Make we click the button here. All right. You know, there will be a Peter Tosh celebration Saturday at Paul's Trafalgar Road. It's a every year thing. Peter Tosh celebration, birthday celebration. Last year I was honored with the Bush Doctor Award. Yes, Stepping Razor Award, and we give thanks to that. The show is a very big part of the celebration. Peter Tosh live concert will be on Saturday, October the 19th at Paul's, New Kingston, and the performers is Andrew Tosh, Kimani Marley, Bushman, Warrior King, Dwayne Stephen, among others. And I think, and I'm going to put my mouth tonight, I think it's free. Yes, it's free with ticket. Okay. But now we have a Peter Tosh Symposium. The Peter Tosh Symposium, as we know, is something we keep right through every year. I mean, it keep every year. It will be held at the lecture. No, I can find out which part it will keep, you know. I have to find out where this will keep. Peter Tosh Symposium. The Department of Sociology, Psychology and Social Work, UWI Mona Campus, presents the annual Peter Tosh Symposium in celebration of the 75th anniversary of his Earth Day, entitled Peter Tosh, the Revolutionary Mystic Man. Featured speakers are Kabaka Pyramid, Dr. Kadamawe Knife, Wayne Jobson, director of the documentary Stepping Razor X, Nyambe Tosh, which you know we interviewed a couple of weeks ago, daughter of Peter Tosh and director of the Peter Tosh Estate, Caris Naphtali, entertainment consultant, chairperson for a panel is Dr. Michael Barnett, and musical performance by instrument written on the right band. This will take place on Friday, September the 18th, which is this Friday, from 8 p.m. from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Interfaculty Lecture Theatre near Juicy Party. What a way for describe it party there. Anyway, the Juicy Party big and bold on the university campus. Anyway, I will not say anything about that. It will be held at the Interfaculty Lecture Theatre near Juicy Party, UWI Mona Campus. So I find some things very funny, but another controversy again. Okay. So now, my question now. EL.
Greetings, Uncle Muta.
All right. How you doing, man? EL.
Yes, I Kabaka this.
No, me know a Kabaka. I just say EL, that's, you know, say me hear you. Me hear you, man. How you doing, man?
Today I give thanks, sir.
Why, I see you on the road like road, man. Like them tire upon the road.
For 4 months upon the road.
You just got Japan.
Yeah, we did Japan. That was the last stop.
Yeah, I did see. I see you send out something say the first you go to Japan and all them thing there. You know?
Yeah, man.
So how was Japan? How was Japan?
Great experience with the 7 show.
7 show at Japan.
Them very well, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Them love the music over there and get to see it first and finally. Them really into the culture, especially they like the smaller city, them, the country part them.
Yeah.
But you know, I just saw it got generally across the world still.
And you saw the
really appreciate of it.
You saw the girl them dress up like Jamaican dance all man them do.
Yeah, man, and them have the movements, them and everything.
You mean?
Yeah, man, them move
Well
like
shot.
them pattern everything off of them, man.
Yeah. You have Bounty Killer there at Japan, you know. You have a Beanie Man there at Japan. You have a Bob Marley there. You have a Holy Papa there at Japan.
I don't enough one tell I about that, but I
You never sit down?
when I got still.
You serious? No, man,
Yeah,
I tell
I
you.
never get to see.
One night I set up in a
Some
walk.
artists over the still.
Eh?
You know, because the first night I go, my to go on the keeper thing and
Yeah.
them asked me to come DJ and just make the people that know said in the place.
They both, yeah.
As we take the mic, you bet the 2 Japanese artists just forward, same time. I want to one of them and grab after the mic and start DJ 2 lyrics.
Yeah, man. Them have everything copied, man. Copy.
Every style.
Yeah. All right. So, you see, you go, you're not singing, you go sing. You go give a lecture, right?
Yeah, the lecture. Well, it's a part of a discussion, I would assume.
Or,
You know?
or you know, talk, you have a paper where you prepare for it.
No, if it's a lecture thing, then I have some homework for the still, but
All right.
I go into the impression phase of discussion and maybe, you know, we just make a quick address, but, you know,
Yeah.
nothing too plan.
All right. So, as a youth out there, and we know you never really so into, in the 80s, early 80s, you never really into where going. You might have
85
heard.
I born, you know.
Eh?
85 I born, you know.
That may I say. So, you know,
Early
like
80s,
Peter Tosh must have did 87, I think.
87, yeah.
Yeah, so you are 2 year old them time there, right?
Yeah, man.
All right. So you come grow up now for come here about Peter Tosh, Bob Marley and all them something there.
Yeah.
As an artist, I come up now as a youth, and you hear about this brethren. Him did really affect you anyway in terms of how you that shape your lyrics them or how you that prepare yourself when you start to listen to him and hear where my saying say.
Definitely. Even before I started to Rastafari as a Christian youth, my father used to play Bob Marley and Peter Tosh music for me, especially when I drive the country. And the music is like, especially Get Up, Stand Up and them song there. You know, Preacher Man Don't Tell Me Heaven is Under the Earth.
Yeah.
And the version where Tosh actually sings. You know, the verse,
trying to go to heaven in Jesus' name.
They would have shook you up early out.
Yeah.
And now I think a war go on. You know, so whenever usually, most really a man will question all these things, but then music really make me start to question. It's not till really Rastafari kind of, you know, become annihilated when we really start to question everything and go deep and thing, and then time they have a deeper appreciation to Peter Tosh as a man with the real revolutionary that.
Yeah.
You know, them man they never hide and talk with the music and they just talk straight. So me always feel like me have the ability to say what me want to say in a music because of the inspiration from them man then.
So that means you never have a chance people go at Peter Tosh concert at all.
No, never.
Yeah. But the music live on, you know, the music live on.
I will watch them and go watch them online and them things and study.
Yeah, all right. So tell me something now. Which Peter Tosh song you would say have a lasting effect on you right through the years where you come up and you say, well, that song they just ringing in your ears every time certain things go on, you just return to that song there.
I mean, definitely legalize it. You know,
Legalize.
That's the main one them way.
Yeah.
You know, when you think of Peter Tosh, the first thing that you think
Ganja.
about, the one where I talk about, the one where I say like him is a bushman.
Yeah, Bush Doctor.
Bush Doctor. Yeah, them song there too. You might talk about the different things that way I deal with.
Yeah.
It have a different way of composing music too.
Yeah.
He's a real musician.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people probably see Peter Tosh and think he's more like a character, but the man there's a real musical genius.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And the influences and putting at the music and the lyrics just on a different level.
I know him go beyond the music because ganja as a main theme was beyond just the music. Him actually lobby towards legalization and the importance of ganja in a medical and all this. So can't tell everybody I talk about now.
No, I'm not talking about things that was way out of the time because it seems that everybody talk about medicinal and them things that know.
Wait, there's something not going on with your phone. Something not going on with your phone there.
You know, some.
All right, me hear it now.
Yeah.
No, it not work, you know. The phone not work.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't move.
All right. Now.
Yeah, you listen now.
Yeah. Even, you know, I'm way ahead of the game when it comes to, like, you know, the medical, talking about the medical aspect of it. Because that everybody are jump and ride.
Right now, yeah.
Tosh don't tell you about them things from 30, 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's now even governments that pay attention to them things that because foreign, you know, countries and them things they co-sign now. So we have followed behind people when we don't do that lead already.
Yeah. You didn't know, say, all right, there's a time, one time I drive with Peter Tosh and him a talk about ganja and thing, and him a say, you know, say, me going to stop burn the ganja and steam it.
Yeah.
So at a point in time, it appeared to me that him did evolve into a level of consciousness where him a say, him not going to burn it no more, him going to steam it. I know, as you as a man who smoke herbs and all them something there, tell the people them where the difference between the burning of the herbs and the steaming of the herbs.
Well, basically you're getting the water juice out of the herb. So what would I use is like a steam chalice where you'd have the cutchy and you put the herb down in the cutchy. And then you have like a clay cover that separates the herb from the coconut shell where it's light.
Light, or for the fire.
On top of the clay separation thing, and then the heat from that would go down and basically vaporize the herb.
Yeah. So the fire would not touch the herbs itself.
The herb instead of actually burning.
Burn it, yeah. Like food. It's like when you bake steamed cake.
Exactly.
Steamed food, yeah, you know, make the fire touch it. All right. So it have any different effect or... Because I don't smoke herbs. You know, some I don't smoke herbs. So I have to talk to a man.
Only 5 years I really use herb like that for filling a motor. A long time and I stopped smoke and steam still. You know.
Oh, you stop? Oh,
yeah,
man. So me ask around, man. No, but you must know where did I do to you when.
Of course.
Yeah. You know, so I'm supposed to ask Kabaka, you know Kabaka, Kadamawi knife, but you know, I can't get him. You know which part him there?
No, you know, sir. You know, so I don't know which part him there. And as you mentioned him name, you know, them ones that show and I also build steam chalice. You know,
see, that's why him should have talked to. Him should have talked.
But I never even know, say, once the steam from in a Tosh them days.
Yeah, man. Man, I steam. What you say, man?
I never know.
Man, I bubble early. Watch out. Me sit down around, man.
You know, say chalice a bubbling over steam as me think it's like a modern thing.
No, because you just come. You see, that's how they must feel. Say, because of the day I know I do the thing, I want to force to do it and all them. So,
what? No, but big.
Man, I steam got you like.
It's one of the original steam as bad enough because everybody are coming with steam thing nowadays. Like,
yeah, because I think, well, you know, it's watch out. Like, it's some things going on. Yeah, it's some things going on. When 2-3 people come with it now, because the things are spread out. Yeah, more people come and it sound like, say, you know, I just a little people that do it. Yeah. So, I can ask you why you stop?
Well, I want to tell you, sir, for 5 years, Muta, I use herb and I never have one bad experience with herb.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day, it's like I burn a spliff, and then I feel like a sharp pain in my chest.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like I never really know how to process it, and it come in like me get like, you know, when them say you get like anxiety.
Yeah.
That go on, and it was a serious one, and from then it's like my body just, it's like I can't use herb and enjoy it again from that time.
So when you go to the doctor, what them say to you?
Boy, them check everything, you know, them check my chest, them check my heart, everything, and them tell me say nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But you know, say, you know, I never really got doctor that day still. I just kind of hold it and wait till it wear off and thing. But after that, I notice certain little things and then I go get a checkup and them I say them not find nothing.
Yeah.
But my friend says, I think we're reaching enough one still, and I have to remember herb is a serious thing, you know.
Yeah. So after you do that, after you come to the conclusion and say the possibility might be the smoking.
Well, I take a break for a while and then
you see it ease up.
You go back in on the herb, different type of herb, different jar herb. And then I noticing the same kind of tightness in my chest and them kind of thing.
Okay.
So I just say to myself, you know what, maybe my body just
can't
get
deal
enough
with
of
that.
the herb. And enough chalice, my bun herb and grabber and them thing, and you don't know what effect them thing they might have.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, I just decide to, you know what, I just put it down, you know.
Ease out.
Because whether I steaming it would have a less of that negative effect.
Mm-hmm.
But I find, say, at the end of the day, it's not something where I necessarily need for sanity.
Yeah, for you.
You understand?
Yeah.
Enough ones kind of form a dependency on the herb and thing, and, you know, and just for as you would say, like recreational use, then because herb is a medicine.
Yeah.
And sometimes when the medicine do what it needs to do, it's like you don't need it again.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, you have to make your medicine be your food and your food be your medicine. So it can be a food too.
Natural.
Yeah.
Natural.
All right. So, you come here? All right. As you say, you're born 2 years before them shoot Peter Tosh. All right. So, Michael say he want make you talk about Peter Tosh or go?
Yeah, Dr. Barnett link.
Where say he want a youth voice?
Yeah, he want to hear
would I like it? Would I say
the
that?
younger generation and you know, the influence, of course.
Yeah.
So that perspective there. But you don't know, Tasha, one of my main influence them still, you know, when you really check it. You know, but
well, him a the rebel in me still.
Exactly.
Him really, I mean, the day when him out half a tree there and the policeman them beat him in the cell there, that was like something else, you know, Bridget. May I tell you, it was something else, you know.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest, not the biggest concert, but one of the best performances I see him do was in a same arena there, you know. I think at the last concert him did do with Pulse. I think at Pulse they do the last concert where Peter Tosh performed, right? Nothing. And then one time him perform, well, Bonnie Wheeler did come out back on the road and say him about start the show again. Peter Tosh was a guest, and me I tell you, you know, Peter Tosh never used to perform and him not cause some clot and all them something like that.
Yeah.
It's like if him not cause clot, people vex. You know, so Peter Tosh perform in the stadium and never cause one word.
The final performance.
No, it's not the final performance. It was, it's not film show, you know, it's Bonnie Wheeler show.
Oh yeah, you're saying just appear.
Yeah, him appear with Bonnie Wheeler. You understand? But him never did a perform by himself and with Sly and Robbie them and him something there, and him never caused one bad word by the stage, you know, but people never ever miss it. I tell you, people never miss it. But one of the highlights of Peter Tosh, you know, is because I don't know when would I do now, you know. I don't know. He would have to lock him up many times because that man him not care. He not care at all. No, him not hold back at all. You understand? So I need some artists like that still, you know. We not talk about hype artists where just do it to get the hype. We talk about rebel with a cause. Yeah,
but it's a cultural thing I'm representing and do it too.
Yeah,
In somewhere in the title.
Yeah, BC.
I think there's cultural thing. We're not hide, you know what I mean? Hide out them things now. We embrace them things, not our culture.
Yeah. All right, Peter Tosh. You know about the incident with Peter Tosh and him death and all them something there with Santa Davis.
What's happening from now? We hear about stories from one band.
Yeah. It really jerked me. You go and perform. You go and perform on the show Saturday.
No, you know, so I want to tell you, Muta, if you true, we're up on the road so long, right? And I'm just a try until probably December, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just a take it easy, but I go forward and just full joy the show same way. You know?
Yeah. So which part you head for after? You got up on the show down a nigga with Chronics?
You know, say
it's a Chronics and Friends.
A good question, you know. I don't think so. I don't think so, but I think Abishai been reasoning with them, so we'll see.
You can see my Chronics and Friends, you know.
Show in a town, though.
Who Chronics?
No, me. I'm supposed to.
Oh, you do a next show? Because I know you do that show the other day where they really go on.
Yeah, but now I do my show this year. I do it next year when I drop our next album. I go do my show again.
Yeah, so all the album
contraband,
it's still out there. It's still out there.
The reception great on the tour and everything are going good. Reggae music because the song were really jump out.
For the people there.
Yeah, because the song where when we do the album still, you know, it's like we expectation was for the song with Damien Contraband, so that would be the big one.
But I want to know why everybody feels if them do a tune with Damien, that's going to be the biggest song. It's a kind of illusion that you're not living around.
No, and even just the fact say
Damien.
But the song itself, everybody did love the song.
No, but everybody love the song. But I mean, right now, everybody feels if them do a tune with Gang. Is that song they go big, which me like the tune. Me like the tune about what the one where you talk about the sister them.
Natural Woman. Me
love Natural Woman, man.
Yeah, man, it go on good.
Me love Natural Woman.
It go on great.
Well,
right, I know I don't know if I'll shoot 5 more videos from the album, but sometimes people need new music. Yeah, I'm afraid that the album thing is still in a motor because I feel like if me did promote all of them songs as singles, would probably have 10 big songs in the people in mind, as opposed to the album. And you know, say, you know, the real fans them have them favorites and things, but everybody now have a new certain song. You know, but
that's one of
the album thing really it really helps to put it on a different level as an artist. But I always tell artists don't rush to put out album, build up a platform first, build up a fan base. Everybody a rush for the album. The first thing I hear about an artist is an album. I don't know who the artist is.
You know, first time usually album is your big hit, then you put on one album, you know. Nowadays the people put pure new tune per album.
Pure new tune.
It's a different thing now,
Normally once you get a hit now, you know, say you're in the running to do an album. You put some songs around it and thing, but
nowadays a pure new song per album.
Because everybody has studio now. Everybody a producer and things, so you can just make music.
So let me ask you something now, because I listen to the album, you have a philosophy. I know I can't hold up a philosophy. Because I like you, I like your philosophy. I hold up a ways. And
I'm not reasoning love, man.
Here you have one planet where I say, see the Peter Tosh thing there on TV there, where I say about life after death.
Yeah, reincarnation.
Yeah, where I say no, you know, if life not there after death, what the use of this and what the use of that?
Sure.
All right. So, how you come to that philosophy then?
Well, just different things I read and different experiences I have, and just matching it out with my common sense. Because even in the song, in the chorus, I say, what is the meaning of life if you only have one chance to live and some die as a kid? Now, if a little you live, some babies dead, right after childbirth, some 4 or 5 years old, some 10 years old. If that are them only chance to experience the earth, then it not seem fair to me. While some people live out some life where them all in a corruption and all kind of thing and still live till them are 70, 80. If them not get some kind of retribution in a whether in the afterlife or in our next life, then it come in like it never makes sense to me.
No, one don't make sense. One don't make sense. The life, yes or no, or the life. What you say don't make sense?
No, it wouldn't make sense to me if there is no life continuation after.
So what would happen now after all right, for instance, a murderer. A murderer dead, and him never pay for what him do. When him dead now, what is going to happen that cause him to pay for that?
Well, various things are gonna happen.
Yeah.
Basically, so once you're dead, once your spirit get disconnected from your flesh, your body, you go through a process where you run through the entire life that you experience, and that whatever from the moment you're dead goes straight back to your birth, and all the experiences basically get weighed up. Even in a Kemet, you know, you talk about the weighing of the heart and the feather, you know, with my heart. That is basically the judgment scene that happened after everybody died.
All right.
And basically, yeah.
So who experienced that, what you say, if you explain that?
Well, everybody experiences it at least once still, but it's the memory of it. So you have different ones who you call them initiates, or different ones who, you know, evolve past a certain level. Them can maintain a memory of it, you know, in the afterlife. And there's ways to even communicate with spirits who are not in the physical, and them can tell you what's happening and how that experience will go. And you have books. You have a book named Journey of Souls, where he's a psychiatrist who he never believed in none of them things.
Like me.
Matter of fact, it's two books.
Like
it's
me.
2 books I can reference.
Yeah.
What's that?
No, I say like me.
Yeah, see, all right, see it there. So now him basically, he would have patients who have traumatic experience. So he would have hypnotized them and regress them to bring up them past experiences.
Yeah.
And then after a while, he noticed this one patient, them kept going back further and further and couldn't find the root of the problem. Then the patient started describing a completely different life while him under the hypnosis, you know.
Yeah.
And start describe a totally different, you know, where him live in community, family members and things. And then him get to find out, say, it's a different life the man I talk about.
Yeah, you have only ones.
Details about it, you know, details where them actually go research the history of that area
and find out that true matter
that live there, and so and so. And then him start to do that with various amount of patients, till him do it with thousands of patients.
Yeah.
And then him start to record them, and that's why him write the book. So you have one named Many Lives, Many Masters, where the psychiatrists mainly focus on the past lives, the different lives. And it's a thing where once the people then bring up the scenarios from them past life, like somebody might have get shot in them chest, and then them the pain where they was experiencing in them current life in them chest, it go away once them go through the healing of bringing up that. And people with injuries in them leg is because them leg did get broken in a past life or all kind of different things, and them carry the trauma. And then them think they get healed. That's why them start to believe and them come to write the book then. But then the Journey of Souls now, a different one.
I know about that book there. I know about that book there. I know about that book there.
Journey of Souls.
Yeah.
Trust me. Yeah, you go and read them book.
No, I know about the book. I never read half the whole of it, but I know of the book. But I can ask you something now, because there's a lot of reasoning surrounding that. And even in a Buddhism, them tell you about reincarnation, that you go on and it's like inside you can come back as a fly, you can come back as a dog.
Well, I don't subscribe to that. That is
why you not subscribe?
The whole purpose of reincarnation is evolving, and we passed the animal stage already. All of us.
So dog no experience.
The animal stage thousands of years, millions of years ago.
So dog no experience what you are talking about then. Life is life, you know. I don't think you have separate life more than the manifestation of the life. So when I say if dog experience that in a next life.
Well, the thing about dogs is the domesticated animals. The reason why them come amongst humans is because them want. The thing about animals don't have individual souls like how we have. Animals are.
You know that.
Just things when I read.
No,
things when I come to accept. I can't tell you it's facts.
Okay.
Just things when I read and come to accept. And as I said, believe me, just accept.
Yeah.
And because it makes sense. Because an animal can't really. Alright. How the animal thing works? It's a species of animal. basically each individual animal experience, after that animal die, it goes back into a pool where them call the group soul. Just like how our experience is an individual soul, so everything we learn in this life, we process it, and then it determines our next life. Everything animals do, it determines the whole species. That's why when you teach a certain amount of monkeys how to do certain things, and you pass a certain amount, then the whole species learn to do it in different parts.
Yeah, what I talk about now, if you domesticate the animal, you know, me just ask.
Yeah, no, I get to the domestication.
Normally, if an animal, if a dog or a cat or a ants, if them have a next life.
No, what I've read is that you have different stages of animals. Different stage. You see, when well, that's I'll get into some more deeper thing with evolution, but.
No, but what's wrong with evolution? Nothing wrong with evolution.
Animals then that are at the pioneers, the most advanced animals are like the dogs, the cats, the horses, the ones that become domesticated. And those and in terms of land animals, those are the most advanced intellectually and everything. And them animals come amongst humans because they want to learn from us.
As human beings take them, really, or maybe it's humans take them out of the habitat and bring them amongst man. It's not them come amongst humans. It's human take them and bring them into for them and in habitat. I don't know if no animal where choose to come amongst human beings.
It's just like the quote unquote angels. Them, you know, they are ahead of us, you know. They are more advanced than us, so they help us. That's why some ones want to become connected with them. And that is why we worship them and we do rituals to them, because we want to get to know them and we want to be like them.
No, say we, you know. No, say we, look, I know worship angel, you know. No, say we.
No, not you or I, know. I'm just talking generally as humans. You know, the majority of humans look to deities and all of these kind of beings. It's just like how animals look to we.
No, wait. Let me ask you. I don't want to prolong the reason that we are there, but I can ask you a question now.
Yeah.
Dogs go to heaven. Well, if dog can't go to heaven, but human beings go.
Human beings go to heaven.
So that means, you know, heaven, in heaven,
we have to define heaven.
Well, heaven is not where they know, or hell is not where they know, according to our religion perspective of heaven and hell. My heaven is really when me feel good and me have my food and thing, and me and my wife is okay with one another, and my friend them and thing. Me say that is heaven. Yeah. Hell is low like all today, when we can't move without the traffic.
Well, that's a symbolic way of looking at it, but I can give you a more literal view where we kind of correlate to what you are saying. Yeah. Basically, heaven and hell exist within the same space that physical reality exists, but it's just on a different plane of existence. Yeah. So just like how you have solid, liquid, and gas, gases operate within the same area as solids and liquids, but them in a different density. So it's just like you have ether, which our etheric body basically is a higher density part to our physical body, and that's the blueprint of our physical body. When somebody amputate them leg and them still feel the pain in the area where the amputated part is gone, that's because them etheric leg is still there and it don't disintegrate as yet.
Yeah.
So that is one stage. Then you have the astral. Now, when them talk about people and people see them aura and them see different colors in them aura, that's usually the astral body. That is your body of your emotions and your feelings and them kind of sensations. And then you have a mental body, which is even a higher density part, but it all interpenetrates our physical, but it extends further. So basically, when we drop flesh, we go to an existence where we existing in our etheric body, and then that disintegrates. Then we go through a process where them called purgatory, where you're living in your astral body. And then now that is where you have the hell or the heaven-like experiences based on what you did in your life.
Yeah.
If you did hear bad things in your life, you're gonna have a hellish experience in that astral body.
That is
after that now you
Yeah.
drop the astral body and then you're in your mental body, and that is what they call the second heaven.
Yeah, intellectualize a Christian concept. Because it's really a Christian concept you're talking about.
No, it's not a Christian concept still.
Well, it's a concept that, all right, it's a concept when Christians have it. All right, what am I say?
It's universal.
Yeah, no, it's not universal. Trust me, it's not universal. It's not universal.
Different cultures.
That's why I asked you if...
In an ancient Kemet from them times.
No, but wait, no, that's why I asked you if dog... No, that's why I asked if dog is in heaven, you know. Because you separate life now. So you separate human life from dog life, from cow life. When really, you know, what you're saying now is that it's the body that make the difference, you know. It's not the life that make the difference. It's where the life exists at a given time that make the difference. So the life of the dog and the life of the cow and the life of the goat and the life of man is one life. And it's different manifestation of that life, which is the flesh now, where I manifest it. So, where I would have really say, without read about it, is that the life where we are talking about can't exist. I mean, can't perceive what we are called heaven or hell, heaven or earth, without the body.
No,
and the body.
No, that's where I have to disagree.
No, me know you have to disagree because you don't take.
No,
because you said the concept already.
Of the physical.
No, but you say you take body, you take life as an individual thing rather than a sum total of one thing.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, because you say my life and your life. It means that you differentiate life.
No, I never say anything about my life and your life. I'm not saying we as human beings,
yeah,
our consciousness is focused in our physical bodies through our brains.
Yeah, but it can't work without the brains.
What's that?
It can't work without the brains.
No, we can't work in the physical without our brain.
No, it can't work. Nothing can't work without the brain. It can't work without the brain.
So
human being, if you don't have no brain, you can't.
There is no life.
No, if you don't have no brain, yes, if you don't have no brain, you don't have no life. So you can't say you can't say your life.
So it's crazy. So you only have life for a maximum of 100, 120 years. That's just
Muta life.
Life.
Yeah, Muta life exists for 120 years. But after Muta gone, life still exists, but not Muta life.
No. But that, I mean, that
because you can't individualize life. You can't individualize life. So if Muta flesh dead, if Muta gone, the life that exists is not Muta. It's life.
No, it's just your body dropping, you know. You still have life.
But it's not Muta life.
When you're sleeping and you're dreaming, you know, you leave your body, you know. It's the same thing, you know, but your life.
No, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing because you can't jump out of that. You can't jump out of body. You can't jump out of that.
Your physical body and your eat and your astral together.
No, but you can't jump out of that.
You can travel all around the planet and come back to your body.
Come back, and you can't jump out of
if you pass, it just means that you don't have access to the physical world because you don't have a physical body.
That means that you are individualized life. Because that means that you are individualized life.
But we have to. We are humans. No, we have individual souls.
Because you're in a body. No, it's because you're in an individual body. Why you're individual the life? If you do have the body, life is not.
You are saying that Muta's life.
No, I am. No, yeah, because I am in the body. That's why I say Muta life. If Muta don't exist, Muta life don't exist. It's life exists.
No, life exists.
Yeah, so it's not Muta life.
We're all coming. Our souls are all made from the same source. But once you reach the human stage,
it's a different thing. So it is the manifestation of the life that make it different. It's not the life make it different. It's the manifestation of the life in the flesh that make it different.
For
so
sure.
when the flesh, yeah. So me have to know when the flesh gone, there is no more Muta.
No,
there is just life.
That is just not true.
All right. Well, it's not true. You mean it's not what you believe.
You can communicate with your ancestors, with your family members, them who have passed.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that,
I
Bridget.
can carry you to somebody right now who don't know anything about your family, and them can call upon your ancestor.
I can carry you to a whole heap of people who can do that.
Only you would know.
But I can carry you to a whole heap of people who do that.
Of course.
I can carry to people in California. I can carry to people in
where
Africa.
you think them getting the information from?
I am saying to you, that's why I asked you if a dog go to heaven. And if a dog go to heaven.
These things are very technical, you know. Because
no, it's not technical, man.
A group soul. And the group soul of the dog exists in heaven, exists on the heavenly plane. But the dog itself, like how you are talking about, or you say Muta would cease to exist, is the same way the dog, the individual dog, wouldn't exist as an individual in the heaven plane. It exists as a group soul.
So there's no flesh in heaven then?
No flesh. It is you could technically call it flesh, but it's not like physical, dense flesh like what we see in here. But to the person who is in heaven, what they are seeing or what they are experiencing is just as real as what we are experiencing here. Matter of fact, a one can be existing in heaven without their physical body, and they're still seeing everything.
All right, so the murderer,
they're seeing the astral counterpart.
All right, so I can tell you, I ask you, the murderer. If a man murder somebody and if a man do good, the man who do good, make us say, the man who do good right now when he's alive.
Yeah.
And the man who murder when he's alive. That spirit, if we could call it spirit, that life, force, that energy, where it meet.
Where it meet?
Yeah, where it meet to decide that you was the murderer and you was the good man.
No, but that as I said, after the soul leaves the body, all the experience, you know, when people say a life flash before you, that's a process that happened where it's being etched into your astral body, all your life experiences. And those life experiences reshape your astral body based on how good or bad those experiences were. And then you begin a process in the afterlife of going through those events. And if you cause this person harm, you will experience back that harm. And that's why people would say if you do bad things, it feel like hell, because it's a hellish experience. You have to experience back all of those negative things that you have did, and all the positive things you did for people. You have to feel the blessing and all the positivity come back to you. And it actually it's a process that takes time. And then that once you complete that, then you can rest in what they call the higher heaven plane. And that is when you can start communicating with other beings and planning your next life.
That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you.
Spirit guides who are there with you, and then them start to help you to plan your next life and determine which family, which country you're going to be in.
Where in Kemet that happened? So far now, which pharaoh and which one of the people them who them put in those pyramids that experience what you're talking about?
Well, if you check the pyramid text, them talk about the whole afterlife process.
No, me know what them talk about. Them talk about. Me say which one?
Now them show you them depicted. Remember, sir, we don't have people's physical work to go off on. We can just look on the hieroglyphs, and we can see the depictions of the afterlife scenes. All of them things there's depicted out.
No, I never say them don't depict out, you know, because you see you have people who make iPhone now and can show you how the iPhone work. I said to you now, these things on the wall, the hieroglyphics on the wall, that these men believe is happening. That's why them put all people them who them love in the coffin with them. So them kill them dog, them kill anything, them wife, them kill them servants, all of them people that go in the grave with them. So I'm saying now, because them believe that there is an afterlife, them do all of these things. So them belief is on the wall, you know. It's not something that them experience and come back and then put it on the wall, you know. It's them belief them put on the wall.
You know, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, so if them belief is on the wall, right? It's not them experience them put on the wall, you know. It's them belief. So I am saying, you know,
what is their belief shaped off of?
Them belief is shaped off of them belief. Just like one man believes that Jesus Christ will come down.
Other people hearing about these experiences.
Them belief is based up of what another person tell them. Like an elder will tell them this and that. But the elder don't much have to experience it, you know. It's like when Moses go in at the tabernacle and say, just say the Lord. The Lord don't must have to say nothing to him, you know. It's where him come gather in him consciousness. Him come tell the people them. Like when him go up to the mountain and the burning bush and him say, all right, come down. Just say the Lord, let my people go. It no mean say, to really and truly, somebody up in the mountain and tell him someone let go the people them, you know. It's where him believe can surface him as an individual for come now, for come free the people them. So most of these things on the walls of the hieroglyphics is not something, the man who did write it never experienced that, you know. It's something where he believe. It's like the first man who got a doctorate. He wasn't really a doctor, you know, but him come get a doctorate. So
the people in the book, when them under hypnosis and them not even conscious and them telling you about experiences that they ever, is that what they believe?
If what them believe, I don't know what is happening to them. I don't know what them.
The people are not even conscious, you know.
No, but I don't know what is happening to them, you know. I don't know what is happening to them. Because them not read about it. I read about it all the while. Maybe I said to you.
No, so I'm asking you, if you think that's a belief thing, or is it an experience thing?
No, I don't think it's an experience. I don't think it's an experience.
So it's an illusion?
Maybe.
Okay, and if not an illusion, then what?
Eh?
If it's not an illusion, then what? Can you say maybe?
Yeah, because I don't know. I can't say it's an illusion. I don't know.
It being an experience.
No, I am trying to show you. No, I am saying to you. No, it can't be an experience. No, it can't be an experience. It can't be an experience. And I am saying no, within the level of the consciousness. If that is the case, why are we ruling out the other species that was before we? In all of this manifestation of what we're talking about, why we exclude all of these things? Man is
the animals are not before us.
Well,
the animals are not. We have been on our. The animals are different life waves than us. They would call
animals was on the earth before human beings.
Yeah, and this physical manifestation.
Then animal no physical. No, but a physical. No, I don't know about that, region. I tell you, say animals was on the earth before man. And if animals and human beings is on it, why is it that human beings is coming now to say, well, we have this and that, but we don't know about the animal them. So I ask you, is cow, goat, lion, tiger, zebra, all of these things, if these things is caught in those spiritual consciousness that we're talking about? Most of the time when I hear people talk, them exclude animals.
Basically, life ceases to exist on an individual level after you drop flesh. So why would you assume that an animal is any different?
I never assume animal is different. It's you are say animal not there. You say animal is on the next other plane. I am telling you, sir.
Exist in the state that they exist. Our existence continues in a very similar way after we drop flesh. After animals drop flesh, its existence is completely different.
Oh, you know that. You know that.
Experience.
But you know that.
What you are saying about humans, that's what happens to animals.
What I say about human? Oh, you know that. That's what I'm asking.
That muta ceased to exist after.
No, but you know,
go back to life.
Kabaka. You know, say, you know, say, animal don't exist like all the human being exists. Oh, you know that.
It's just based on what I've read and what I come to accept because it makes sense to me.
All right. So, all right. We're not saying nothing. It makes sense to you.
I think human beings show a much greater propensity to grow and evolve over different generations.
But is this when no human being never there on earth, animals did there millions of years before the human being. So why is it no?
The development of the human is on a much different level due to intelligence.
Of course, it's a different level because them working inside of flesh. That is different.
Of course.
Yes. So
and
why
for a reason? The thing about it is, consciousness chooses the body so that it can develop some kind of faculty, And every animal is a representation. That's why in Egypt, all of the animals were used to symbolize different things.
It's the character of the animal them symbolize. Them character is the character of the animal that them symbolizing in human being. Like when a man say, woman say man a dog. You know, really say the man is dog. It's a certain character, certain behavior. So when I say
And human beings have all those characters. Animals have a certain amount, like a dog is really all about the nose and smell. That is what it has
of
to sense
course.
that the animal perfect.
That's why I'm asking you
it have
again.
sharper senses than we in terms of smell, but it don't have the sight where we have. It don't have certain things.
Of course, just like how we have things where the dog don't have, the dog don't have things where we don't have. Let's the lion have things where the dog don't have, the dog don't have things where the lion have. I am saying to you, who is man?
The thing about it is, once you start to develop the brain on a certain level, certain faculties start to disintegrate. It's just like back in the day when human beings were less developed in the brain, they had more spiritual ability. They could see the other worlds. That's how they were able to communicate with these different beings. And you see angels come and visit people because they were less evolved brain and intellectually. They had more spiritual capabilities.
I know about, I think we was more spiritual, but I don't know about no other beings. I don't know about no other beings because I know, say, within the consciousness, there's no, all right, in my thinking, not reading, in my thinking, there's no way Earth could have exist like this with so much different life forms and life forces. And we who develop from these life forces and life forms, come tell me now, say, what we experience after death, these animals don't experience it after death. If them don't experience it after
they're
that,
going to evolve and they're going to experience it later on, but currently they don't.
So they evolve to what? You mean all animals going to evolve to human beings?
The current life way that we see as plants now,
yeah.
In the future they're going to manifest as animals in another incarnation.
I don't.
And then
I can't go with that. I can't go with that. I can't go with that, Virgin.
It's just a progression move.
No, but I cannot go with that. Evolution means the plant physically, not the plant, the animal physically move from one level to the next level in this life.
No, not in this life.
All
in
right.
terms of this, animal might have 20 years to live. No, these things are to know about millions and billions of years.
Yeah, well, billions and trillions of years, yes, but it's in this life, not in the next life, in this life. Not in the next life.
I'm not sure what you mean when you say this life.
All right, for instance, if we are talking about evolution, over millions of years, fish manifest, ape manifest, walk straight, stand up, human beings, if you are dealing with evolution. That is in this life. In other words, the fish don't dead, and then a next fish come without the connection of that fish, and then manifest on earth, and then now become ape, and then that ape dead, and you totally have no connection with that, and it come.
That does not.
Yeah.
Sure.
So what we are talking about is that the continuity of life, the one source will start all of this. In my thinking, there's no way that I could express a different between the lion, the elephant, the tiger, and all these things, and then now say my experience is upon a higher level than the puppy. Because after we don't domesticate the puppy now going to start work according to we. But if we never have the puppy in the house, the puppy would have work out everything. Him work out everything. Him don't have to go to doctor. Me see my dog go sick and go out there and yam some bush. And I say, oh man, yam them kind of bush there. And him know what kind of bush. Him smell the bush and know say that bush they good for something. Right?
Yeah, because the animals, them born with instinct, but what you teach them is on a different level than them instinct.
I know, what you teach them is to become how you want them to be, which is almost like a slavery. You want them to be what you want them to be. No human being want nobody to be what them want them to be. You call that slavery. So
but for the animals, they want somebody to love. Like domesticated animals is different from wild animals.
Yeah, but the animals
want somebody that them can show affection.
Because you train them that way.
No, that's a natural thing for a dog.
Look here, dog was growing in wolves. Wolves was running up and down all over the place without the aid of man, love and kindness. And a matter of fact, wolves used to name man because them feel a man is always trying to kill them.
Yes, but
that's why dog
don't kill them. What happened?
What did that man don't kill?
The man.
When them dog don't kill who?
If the man don't kill the dog,
yes,
the dog will grow to love the man.
So the lion don't love him same way, and the elephant don't love him same way, and the alligator don't love him same way.
They're not as advanced as the dog.
No, you can't say that. Oh, you ever say that? You mean a human being has said that? A human being said the lion not advanced as a dog. It's human being that said.
There are ways to quantify the difference.
You know why you say you know why you say the animal is the dog more.
No, but there's a reason why police train dogs for do certain thing and they don't train lions for do certain.
No, because him don't have access to him don't have access to lions because you can train the lion so you can train the elephant.
Access to lion.
You never see people train elephant.
Yeah, elephant is another one where
and him domestic. No, but you are saying now because a dog easy to domesticate and an animal him is a higher intelligence than the lion who don't easy to.
Alright.
Or alligator.
Can't do the same things that elephant can do when it comes to memory and intelligence.
Yeah, but an elephant
don't manifest like that.
But a rhinoceros can do things where the elephant can't do. A rhinoceros can do things where the elephant can't do.
Exactly. Yeah. So just because we say something is higher or something is more advanced, it don't mean say it's this negative thing where I say about.
I'm not talking about negative.
It don't have positive quality.
No, I'm not talking about negative. I'm not talking about negative. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you kind of make it seem like
no, when it seem like man. We are talking about human beings. Take it up and like when the Bible say, and man must have dominion over all the animals them.
Yeah.
That means what them I say is that man must now have dominion over them. Means no, you control them and you. I don't accept that. I don't accept that. Yeah. Why you want to have dominion over creatures when you don't want nobody have dominion over you? It's the same thinking. Like a man kill a cow. People say the cow make for eat. It's foolishness. Because the cow...
No, I don't subscribe to that.
No, I know, but the cow have a fear in him, just like the human being. When you hold the gun on the cow, or you take the machete to go chop the cow. It's the same feeling the cow you have.
Of course.
When a man hold that on you. So because the cow...
in an animal and showing love to an animal, that is a different
yes.
than killing an animal.
So may I say now, the love what we are talking about, there is a certain thing that is one in the animal that is in human being, and that is the life.
Mm-hmm.
And the life is what we are talking about now. Say, if you move where the cow flesh and you move where the human being flesh, is one life. It do have no thought, it do have no thinking.
That's oversimplifying it.
Yeah, of course, it's simple. It's simple.
Because we don't necessarily develop the faculties to see the higher levels of the life of the animal. It don't give we a license to talk definitively about what the life is and just say it's the same life.
It's one life. It's one life.
If somebody never have the sight to see how like if somebody was blind, them can't tell you say an animal is the same thing as a human just because the two of them can walk. They're different.
No, I don't understand that. I don't understand the logic say. No, I don't understand the logic say. Because if a blind man can't tell you say what? What a blind man can't tell you say?
If a blind man,
yes,
a blind man might say a human being, and maybe if them can't get into contact with it, see, and the human being maybe not talking or whatever, and there's another type of animal that can stand up on its 2 feet or whatever, the blind man might tell you say it's the same thing because he can't see.
Yeah, but in blind, yes, so what happened?
Exactly. And
so what is the example?
A lot of us, majority of human beings, are blind to the astral bodies, the mental bodies, all of these kind of things, so we can't see them. So we assume they don't exist, and we assume it's all one same life.
You are assuming. No, but you are assuming says a different life.
Different levels to the life.
No, but you are. Of course, there's different levels to the life because it's in our flesh. The reason why the difference in the life is because it's not the flesh.
Past the flesh point there.
No, you can't pass the flesh point. Everybody will, you see, most people will pass the flesh point, you know. Because that is what we were structured to think. We were structured to think that after this life, there's a better life. Because people say, well, I'm gone to a better place. Oh, the hell you know, say somebody gone to a better place and I'm dead. When I see somebody dead, to me, the living, I don't see gone to a better place, but you are saying gone to a better place because you want to feel good in yourself as a living person.
No, Muta. You're reasoning like as if I'm just talking like I'm reading.
No, not you. No, not you personally. Not you.
About a process.
No,
I'm not blindly talking about heaven like it's just something I read.
No, I'm saying that when people talk about something gone to a better place, in other words,
I never say anything about nobody gone to a better place. You don't go anywhere. You're still here.
No, I'm talking about when you're dead.
On this planet.
No, when you're dead.
You're still on the planet when you're dying, you know, but you're just in a different density. Your soul exists in a different density, so you can't see it or feel it or touch it. Just like we can't touch the sun's rays, you know, but we know they exist.
We're a part.
We can't touch them because it's on a higher density.
We're a part company. We're a part company is when you say that I, who dead, gone on a higher density and have to live a certain way because I did do good over this or I did do bad this or that means, you know, life is going to separate itself.
So you don't think there should be consequences for the things that you do in life? You should just be able to do whatever you want and just do good and do bad and then nothing happens.
But there is consequences if you do good and bad on earth.
Yeah, I don't. What if you feel all those consequences equate to what you did all the time in every human being?
Look here, if a man dead, that is it. If
so
a man
death
dead
is the resolving of all things.
Yes. Well, yes. I can't think otherwise.
Sense to me,
no, it don't make sense.
The same good person.
Because we want to believe different.
Bad person, so we might as well do bad.
No, because you know there's consequence. No, because
we might as well do bad.
No, because there's a consequence in life if you do bad.
No, but what if you do? So what if
everybody
who experience them consequences?
No, that is death. So death catch up on you, whether you're good or you're bad. Death catch up on you.
Okay. So it don't make sense. You might as well do bad.
No, might as well you do bad because you have a consequence if you do bad here.
Yes, and that's death.
No, I mean like you're going to go to court and I'm going to judge you. And you might go to prison.
No, but you know, you can get away with it. Look,
of course. And I'm saying, if you get away with it, which is dear, so I'm going to part company from most people who think this way. If you get away with it, and you're dead, and you don't get in life, it's also. That is it.
Oh, so you're clear. You're clear after that.
That is, you're not clear, you're dead. Oh, you mean clear? You're not clear, you're dead. You're not clear. That's why I'm asking you, keep asking, you know, if a cow do this and a cow do that, when the cow dead, what is the consequence going to face when him dead? There's no consequence, him dead. If a man kill a million, that's what I say. If Hitler kills 6 million people,
upon the people who kill them.
No, if 6,
all these animals, them are going to bear all that karma and have to deal with it.
That is where we hear. That is where we hear. If Hitler,
and everything what you say is what you hear too.
No, I don't hear that.
Not talking any facts.
Look here, most people, I bet you most people do agree with me. I bet you most people are not agree with me. Yes, most people
agree with you.
No, most people agree with what you say because if you look on all of the religion, that is how them perceive it.
Yeah, but
if you look on Buddhism,
Kemet, if you're going to come back and live your next life.
That is most religion thinking.
With certain disabilities and them things there. I think them doing them past life, you know.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Buddhism believe that.
It's just unfair. It's just unfair. Life is just an unfair thing.
Buddhism will tell you that. I have Buddhist friend who will tell you, say, the reason why black people are going through all of this now is because we're black people that do for a long time. And that may I show you. Say, them believe that. The reason why black people go in slavery, we have to check what black people was doing. So why you show me, say, It's not because white people wicked, but it's because we did do something in our past existence while we are going through this sufferation. I don't accept that.
Yeah, but whatever white people do, them are going to face it back.
No, but me talk about no, yes, so I not going to know if I'm going to face it back. I talk about no, I say, black people never got in a slavery because they was wicked. That is why I said to you.
I don't necessarily subscribe to that.
Yeah, but is that the Buddhist?
I'm talking individually. I'm saying somebody who born with certain disabilities and them things.
No, I talk about karma. Karma we are talking about. Karma we are talking about.
Yes.
Karma is not sometimes.
Group karma and race karma is a completely different conversation.
What is a different conversation? What the conversation?
I can talk about individual karma because I have read about that.
No, I'm not talking about what you read. Let me tell you,
so what else we going to talk about? When you hear about Buddhist thing and there's no read, you read it as somebody.
Yeah, but what I tell you now, say I never read what I tell you.
So what
I don't read what I tell you.
It just come to you.
Yes.
Okay.
When I look on, just like how you look on where you read and say, why this make more sense to me? When I go in on my head cup and I say, but this make more sense to me. Because
now
you're
just referencing the Buddhist.
Yeah, because you just refer to something where Buddhists believe in karma.
Okay.
They believe, say, if you do something today, why somebody foot bend up is because they do something in their past life. I don't believe that.
You just said that people go face them consequences in this life, and if them don't
they're not
face
dead, dead.
That's karma. What do you think is karma?
No.
Karma is just consequences for your actions.
No, but you are saying, even if him don't go to prison and him just dead from a certain sickness, so
yes,
he might go pay the consequence. When him dead, he might go come back and pay the consequence.
Yes,
but I don't believe that.
That's all I'm saying.
But I assure you, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Most people believe that.
I understand that you don't believe.
Most people believe what you say. Most people.
I don't feel death is a punishment.
I don't feel
the process everybody I forgot you.
But I don't feel it's a punishment neither. It's you had said no, because him never get tried in this life, he must go come back in our next life to feel the karma there.
So you're saying that some people just don't get punished or karma don't apply?
Yes, of course, because it's not a punishment life. Life is not a punishment thing.
No, it's not.
It's man punish people.
It's just consequences
of
action.
If a man born with 1 foot, I don't believe that because in his past life him did do something.
So what caused it? Just random?
No, it's biological thing. Something genes and biological thing. It's just that.
And why that happened to him and not somebody else?
Then it happens to a whole heap of people to brethren.
Why?
I must tell you why. I have to go be a doctor.
You're telling me.
You know why?
My reason is
you
not
know why? You know why I forgot know why? You know why I forgot know why? You have to study him scientifically, in terms of him biology, him DNA. What is the process in him body, not in spirit, in him body, that cause him foot for born that way?
A man born with it, it's not something a man developed by doing certain actions.
No, but it comes from
something was put in place for the man to born with that.
It born with it because born with it because someone in him family have some defect in him physical body that cause him to born that way. Maybe all him mother lie down with all him brother, or maybe his sister lie with him cousin.
I am asking.
Yes.
Why it would happen to so and so and not so and so?
I don't know. If I did study biology and the chemical of the human being.
I'm not talking about the biological how it happened. I'm talking why it happened to that person.
But why it happened is because of biological idea. Biologically, why it happened is not because of some karma in a past life. I don't believe that. Most people believe that. That's what I'm telling you. Most people believe that. Most people believe
that. You don't believe that there is really a why to existence and why things happen.
Of course, then that me tell you.
Why is just the science.
Of course, yes. You know something. I can tell you something. I have friends when me and them sit down and them say, you know, say, already you talk about African and slavery and them thing. How come black people go through all of this? Then there must something in our karma. Just the other day, me talk about it, them say something in our karma cause it. No, if that is the case, you have to follow it, go right through. Why a man born with 1 foot? Maybe it's in karma. That is that is the reasoning, you know. That everything bad happened to you in this life is because something you did do in the life before. I don't believe that, brethren. I don't believe that.
Well, you must come with some other reasoning why it happened.
Why slavery happened? Slavery happened because...
Well, you can answer that, but I'm talking about why the defect would happen to the person.
Why the defect it happened, you have to go now, but study what is it. Just like how some people have relatives who sleep with the next relative and nothing happen to them, and the next person have relative sleep with the relative and the picnic come out a certain way. There is certain biological thing that is happening that is causing that.
But sometimes people have 3 picnic were born normal and just have 1, and it's the same biology at play.
Yeah, but there's something, because the third one, something biological is happening there. Something biological is happening to the youth and to yeah, you know, most something. It can't be nothing.
And I am saying there's a reason why that happened.
But the reason,
not about the biology.
No, but the reason is scientific. The reason to me is scientific. That is what I say. Okay. The reason why one picnic born good and the other picnic kill people, environment, family structure mashed down, the other one family never mashed down, a whole heap of things.
No, but you're talking about the same family who have 3 normal picnics.
Yes, and one, but you don't know. No, but you don't know if it's no, you don't know if it's not change. You don't know that. You don't know. You don't know if the 2 picking them were dead born and the other one something never did that happening in the sexual whatsoever them did that do or whatsoever them did that eat or whatsoever. You don't know that. But I say I am carrying it to science. Science I carry it to. Right. That is why I carry it to. I now carry it to in the farmer life after that 3rd picnic. Something did happen with that person. That's why I'm coming along. So I don't give credence to that. And I am telling you that most people accept that thing.
Well, that's a very your reasoning about it is a very European way of looking at it.
Okay.
A scientific and a materialistic way.
But it is material. Your flesh is material. Yeah. And you're connected and biologically.
Come with.
You come biologically.
Come with materialism, you know, the Greek civilization.
I don't
break everything down to the atom and tell you there's nothing more than the physical.
I never tell you said. Look here, I never
like saying the Big Bang is because of.
I never tell you said there's only physical, you know.
And gases coming together. Why them come together?
But I never tell you say it's only physical, you know. I never tell you nothing is only physical, you know. No. I want to tell you say causes. I never tell you say it's only physical. Things happen. I am giving credence to life.
Causes come from spirit, Muta. All causes come from spirit.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Everything causes.
I don't agree with that.
Physical things can't cause.
You know who agree with that? Maybe my wife will agree with you. My wife will agree with you.
She's a very wise person.
Me know. I'm very wise. That's why I love her. That's why I love her. We balance on that. We balance on that. You understand? But you know, you mash up my program totally, you know, with one song, you know. We gone past 12. Me don't even give the advertisement them. Me know say it's not going to reach this still, you know. Me know it's not going to reach this still because you know why me know say it's not going to reach this?
Every time I reason, I say it.
Yeah, you know why me know say it's not going to reach this? From me ear, you stop and say, why you have to go revisit the Bible now? Me say, okay. Gone so again now. Here we go again, you know, but all of them things there is regurgitating of the same philosophy.
I know Bible.
No, you know everything where you tell me.
The Bible have certain symbolic truths in it, but
I never say no.
It's not something to be taken literally.
You see, Kemetic. These people that believe in a certain things. Because them did believe certain things.
Even the mummification,
it don't work.
Them did believe as long as the physical body don't disintegrate, then you can't reincarnate.
You feel say
mummify the bodies.
Yeah, so you can't tell them so nothing never go so?
Well, I don't really believe anything goes so. I think that is something that
in that time you couldn't tell them so.
As we progress along evolution, that not necessarily goes so, but at that stage,
it not goes so.
In the pharaonic stage, that's what people believe at the time.
Yeah, that's why just all them believe about the nether world and the underworld and the other life and all these things. That's why they believe it. You know, and then no man go tell you say the world flat, and then no man go tell you say woman live on the moon, I dig it out. That's why you have environmental pollution and all these things.
The thing about the thing, you see what them call heaven, is really is a world that is made up of thought or mental matter.
Heaven is a state of mind.
Exactly, it's literally though, you know, like
they're not literal. Heaven is a state of mind.
But literally, because like thoughts are actual forms, they're entities, but we can't see them. People who have them consciousness raised to that level can see them. People who drop flesh and experience heaven, you know, they actually create a mental world based on their beliefs, you know. And all of those beliefs, but millions of people come together and feed into each other, you know.
Yeah,
so
you know the problem with this? You know the problem with this?
You have people who experience a heaven with Jesus and all of these things, you know.
Of course, you can't experience heaven with anything. You can't experience heaven with anything, man. You can't believe it.
Them believe it.
Yeah, man. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
Temporary is not a real thing.
Yeah, what when I say no, you're the problem with that reasoning, you know. Me and you now go prove where I say whether you right or me wrong or me right or you wrong. We now go prove it. It can't be proven.
Yeah, and I think that is the difference between somebody who willing to learn and somebody who write off information. Somebody who...
When you say write off information, what you mean? No, when you say write off information, what you mean?
And from your that kind of mentality, it's like you lock yourself.
No, Bridget, don't say that. Don't say that.
I think it's so. That's just my philosophy.
About me?
It no must go so, but that's what I believe.
You mean believe to me, towards me?
When it comes down to like mere settings where I believe makes sense. And because I can't prove it to them right now, them not take nothing when I say.
No, but you are right.
It make no sense. If I did have that mentality in school,
all right, you know the difference now? I can tell you the difference now. You see what you are saying? What you are saying is when me did think when me was your age. Yeah. When you are saying, I me go in a bush, come on some Rasta man, and when me realize certain thing, experiential, not reading it, but experiencing it, me realize say, experience teach me more better than reading the thing. Because when me don't read Labsam Rampa, I'm going to read this, I'm going to read all the yogi them and all the Buddhist this information and read the Bible from Genesis 1 to Revelation 22 in a 12 tribe, and when me do all of them something there, it come right round back to the bush rasta when at the bush.
Yeah, but
and it never read no book.
Things that I'm saying, and it's like.
So it's not that me don't. Why may I say to you? No, why may I say to you is that what you say is not something where me never explore. Even though it might sound like me not explore it, it's not something where me never explore. But when me did in my earlier age, me explore all of these things. So it's not like say me a lick what you say and I said, don't what you say and all them something there. Me I say, me did explore them. Before me reach to where me get now.
I don't reach a stage where I stop explore them.
No, me not stop explore. Me not stop explore. But I don't see the contrary. If you're going to come back to me with something where me did done explore already.
Yeah.
Me want to see something now. Me want to hear something. I want to experience something where it never explore. Because me will give up all Rasta if me come to say a foolishness. May I tell you that?
No, but publicly I read, it does fulfill everything I learn about Rasta.
Yeah,
it's
well,
not contrary to anything I learn about Rasta.
Yeah, I think me never hear Rasta talk about my afterlife.
Based on things that different people might say, and you might feel it's very contrary to everything. But I see unity in everything. I don't have no problem with no religion. Every one of them have truth tonight.
I have a problem with Christianity. I have a problem with Christianity. I have a problem with Christianity. Because most of the things them and the problem we are go through here right now is because of this Christian thinking. It will make we reach a certain level that we get so docile in our consciousness. We think so we have to faith can move mountain and not bulldozer. That is how it go. I mean, feel say you have to have bulldozer to move it. I mean, your man talking about you can stand up and take your mind and build pyramid. And him want me going at that with him now. You know, man want to say you can't look on, you can't say lightning and lightning flash. And because him do it 2 times or 3 times already and him flash, him say, see, them not tell you so we can't do it, man. You know, them look away there.
You know, group me with them ones.
No, me just show you, no, me just show you how the consciousness go. After you done read all that, like Labsam Rampa. After Labsam Rampa done write all of them things, and him go amongst the Indian them and the Sadhus them and all them people there, you know. Him come back and come back right back to him normal life. And I say, boy, right now, instead of the mountain, him go to the mountain come to him. You know, because the man I climb the mountain enough, you see where they're on the other side of the mountain. And all when him go over there, all them could have seen the next side of the mountain. You know, so there comes a time when you have to explore and go through all of these thinking, go through all that. And almost...
Yeah, but for me, them things are always coming in cycles.
It is good to do what you're doing. It is good to do what you're doing.
Yeah,
it is good.
I feel like every time I go around in a cycle, it's like my over things on a higher octave. So even I reach a point where I burn God and Jesus and everything. Yeah. And it's like I reach a stage now where I say, all right, I come back around and I say, I don't identify as a Christian, but I see a higher level of knowledge within these works and this philosophy. And that's when I come to things like theosophy. And even certain Rosicrucian texts and certain things like that.
All of them things there.
I have a book.
God was a Rosicrucianist one time, you know. You know, so God was a Rosicrucianist one time.
Say that again?
God was a Rosicrucianist one time.
Yeah. Well, I have certain Rosicrucian books where even Rosicrucian them don't know about.
Me have the Lawrence book too.
I know Rosicrucian people, and when I tell them about certain books I read, them never hear about that. And me have a book named The Mystical Interpretation of Christmas, The Mystical Interpretation of Easter. Yeah. We're telling you about Christ as a different spirit will come and inhabited Jesus' body. And now that spirit is dwelling within the earth as the aura of the earth right now. Yeah. And you get Christian them thing if you read and them tell you so foolishness. Because them thing is giving you a literal what is really happening.
Yeah, but maybe it's foolishness. But maybe it's foolishness. But maybe it's foolishness. But maybe it's foolishness. Maybe it's a man that think deep in at some foolishness and come up with a consciousness.
Of course it could be. Anything is possible. What I'm saying is I'm not coming with any kind of Christian reasoning.
No. Me never call you no Christian. No, Kabak. I not call you Christian, man. Where you say, man? Me not say you're Christian, man.
No, me not. Me say the reasoning.
Me just say the reasoning. It's like how I tell you about the karma thing where you talk about. Me I tell you say, trust me. Maybe when me hang up the phone and if you go and listen and me take some call, you will hear them. Most people accept what you say. Me I tell you that. Most
that is where I disagree. And I don't. If that is the case, then great.
Most people agree with what you say.
What I'm talking about in terms of reincarnation and them things that most people don't believe in that.
Wow, reincarnation? Where you say, man? Where you say most people? Where you say? Where them on? You among some reggae artists when I sing, you know, when I check things, you know.
But most people in Jamaica don't depend on that. The average Christian.
No, me them not call it. All right. You know what I'm saying?
That's not a part of Christian philosophy.
No, it's not a part of Christian philosophy. But it's a part of Christian philosophy. Because
it's not necessarily a part of Rasta philosophy.
No, but it's part of Christian philosophy. You know why? Because Jesus is going to come back again. That is real. That's not a reincarnation. That's a reincarnation.
That's what I always tell them. And not only that, even think that Elijah is John the Baptist, you know, and Christ tell you, you know.
That's what them say in the book.
Yeah, that's what them say in the book.
Yeah. So you believe that?
It's not about whether I believe that. I am just showing you that the people who write that, they believe that.
Yeah.
So the same people who reading it now who don't believe, them need for looking at them book and see it.
Say reincarnation exists?
Yeah.
No, reincarnation must exist because it's in the book.
I am not saying that in a Muta.
No, you said the people them believe it.
I am not saying that it exists because it's in the Bible.
No, I know that
it exists because it's a logical thing and it makes sense and I have an experience where I never thought about on the ear where I can reason about it in person.
Yes, it's logical. It's logical. Reincarnation to the Buddhists is a very logical thing.
Of course.
Yes, very logical thing.
For me, to anybody who...
Yeah, but you're Bonawela sing Reincarnated Souls. Black Heart Man album. Go back and listen to that album there. Black Heart Mal album, Reincarnated Souls. Him say, we are the reincarnated souls. You remember say, I am Moses. And all them thing there. Because man is steeped in the Bible, them sing them something there. I am Moses, I am this, and I am that. All right. You have some man where we look at him and say, I still say,
yeah, but Muta, that is the same thing like a man telling you, say, lightning, he must say lightning and lightning have a flash. That is how I look on them kind of thing there. That's somebody who don't really understand reincarnation. Like, somebody like His Majesty, him fulfill the whole human purpose.
What is the human purpose?
At them final incarnation.
What is
His Majesty?
Who is incarnate of?
Who him reincarnate of?
Who is reincarnate of? In other words,
I don't know in previous life.
Okay.
But I can tell you that what even the Indian guru will look upon him and say he's a Mahatma, you know, that means he's a great soul, you know.
Yeah.
Like to him don't even know His Majesty, but him look upon him aura and him still say, okay, this man, upon him, it's probably him last incarnation in the physical form. That is how most African kings were supposed to be. They're supposed to be a spiritually highly evolved person who can
find out which part of Indian they know Selassie from.
The Indian you can see it on YouTube, man.
No, Virgin, me see it, man. You know, me see it. Me say find out which part of India.
These things are true in a motor. Me just tell you.
No, it's true. You talk. It's true. You talk. The man said. No, the man said.
It come to me in a vision or something.
No, I don't want you to say that.
Things come to me in a vision, but if it makes sense to me,
no, but me actually say the man,
no more sense, and then me don't deal with it.
The man say, it's true that the man said.
Yeah.
Because in a great man of color, J.A. Rogers say when him done talk, him say one could say behold the perfect man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to find out.
So that's why I say all of these things. It's like when I start to read certain Rosicrucian texts, I realize that how His Majesty speaks is like a man who studied the same thing then.
Well, maybe Haile Selassie is a Freemason too.
Yeah, and I'm sure him go through every initiation in every kind of society. Just like how the same Yeshua, Christ, him go in Egypt and was initiated.
That is what them say.
The between age, what is it, 12. And 30?
Yeah.
It's initiation the man go through.
Yeah, that is what them say.
India as well.
That is what them say.
So.
Yes. That is what them say. You see? Is that me assure you say all of these things is what them say.
What else we going to do? We're going to not talk about things.
No, me I say it's what look at you see you can make the thing, you can take the thing and make it become you know. Me I say you see experience trump all books, all this and all that, you know. Experience. That is what me I talk about. Not where you believe. Not where you think can be or should be.
I read a book on self-initiation. And the author of the book, like he's telling you about how to set up things and go through the process of initiation by yourself. And him say, there is no, like any secret society who don't want to share information, them is wrong.
Yeah.
Information must always be shared, but your personal experience, you shouldn't share it with anybody.
That's why
that is a philosophy. That's a philosophy that I have.
That's
because
why the
everybody
Buddhists
needs to experience certain things for themselves. So I never tell certain people my experiences.
No, that's why the guru, in teaching you, him don't show your book. You see?
Yeah, if you have a guru, if you have access to a guru, if a guru see that you are worthy to be his pupil, you don't need no book. But most of we know, we don't have access when I'm living in India where you just walk down the road and you probably see a guru.
That is what...
in the West, so we work with books.
Yeah, and I don't say must work with books, you know. I don't say must work with books, you know. Because all of we work with book.
Of course.
But I tell you...
no problem working with books.
But I tell you the greatest thing is the experience.
Oh, for sure.
That is what I'm
saying is,
read all the books.
Reasoning about things.
I know, say I supposed to have more books than you.
Something you should tell the person, say, them have to experience it. Because I don't think everybody needs to share them experience.
No, I am seeing that. I am seeing that. When you put out the idea from a book, right? And somebody come like a guru in a some bush,
Yeah.
and I show you an experience. Well, I mean, which one trump which one?
No, but a guru can't show your experience, you know. A guru can tell you what to do.
No.
And
When
then
me say,
send you out in the bush and you got experience.
they're not
But
showing
at
me
the
show
end
your
of the day,
experience. They're not
the
showing me
guru
show
tell
your
you
experience.
something and you didn't have to believe it. before you
No.
got
You don't have to believe what the guru say. Him tell you say go down in that hole there. You don't have to believe it. Him say go down in that
No,
hole
but
there and
why
watch
you
what
go
happen.
down in the hole? You know, believe said what him tell you, something has to happen, and you have to believe that.
No, you
Or
don't.
You're not going to do it. If you don't believe it, you're not going to listen to what him say.
Listen to me, I say. If the guru tell you something, that is where he might tell you if you do. But you see, when you do it, you experience it.
And what I am saying.
So if I tell you
not
something,
believe, if the guru tell you to do something for a reason, right?
yes.
Because him say it will lead to something, and you have to believe.
No, him not. No. You ever read Confucius? You ever read books by Confucius? All right. When you read Confucius and all them thing there, the Tao and all them something there, right? When you read them, the man tell you say lay down there so. In your mind you wonder why, you know, but you're not questioning. You lay down there so because you're guru. And the most unexpected thing happen. And when you get up, him say, yeah, but why you lay down there so true, me tell you. You know, it's like them little thing there.
Yeah.
That me I talk about experience. Say, the guru say, lay down there so, and you go lay down there.
Mm-hmm.
And him say, because you expect something to happen when you lay down there. And then him say, all right, get up. And you get up. And you wonder, and him just start walk with you now. And then you go, why you tell me that? And he say, what do you mean why me tell you that? Me just tell you that. Me feel to tell you that. So, and that is it.
Yeah.
You ever hear the story about the two sages them that walk across the river, and when them walk across the water, them see a woman a try cross. And enough of them thinking religion is say you must touch woman. Right? So them a walk across and the woman walk across. And one of the sage them go across the water and lift up the woman and carry her go across the river and put her down on the ground. And the two sage them a walk, and the one will never pick up the woman say, hey, tell me something. How comes our religion tell us say we not fit touch woman and you go touch the woman? The other sage look on him and say, look here, I left the woman at the river miles away and you still a carry her. All right. So what may I say to you now that the guru will just tell you, say, boy, right now, go sit down there, so. And you go sit down there. And when you get up back, he asks you why you go sit down there. And that's the lesson.
Yeah.
So it's them little nuances me I talk about, where the experience might sound weird and ridiculous because it is not something when sit down and a teacher. And I say, boy, right now, all right, this, that, was that. Just like how me I talk, so now. It's like teaching. See? It's more, watch out, take the food, go plant some food, man. Oh, you know, say, when you chop bamboo in a moonlight, it will warm up and all them. It's experience, show you that.
Yeah,
Experience, show you,
I can tell you, even reading about initiation, see?
Yeah.
One of the things where you have to do to develop the higher faculties of you know, like astral vision and all of these things, you have to go out every day, every morning, and observe a plant growing, you know.
And you do that?
After a while, you have to start visualize that in your mind. You know.
And you do that? May I ask if you do that? You do that?
I have done it for a certain amount of time, but I'm not consistent with it.
Okay. It's something where you have...
But plant food and them things.
No, I'm not talking about the plant and food. I'm talking about something where you say... No, me I say...
It might sound very religious or
no, you say one of the things them... You say one of the things them that you supposed to do is go out and do this and do that and do that. Then the next time you're going to tell me no, say because you read it. That's why I ask if you do it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
so
course.
You'll do it.
Yeah, I've done it. But as I say, I'm not consistent with it. Because it's something we're supposed to do every day.
And what will happen?
them say after a while, you're supposed to, after observing it, you're supposed to visualize it every time before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. And those are the times when you're kind of halfway in between the spiritual and the physical.
And then where we're
so then time is the best time when you can start to develop them things there. So you start to develop the mental ability to picture the process of growth.
All right, let me tell you something.
You picture the process of decay as well. And then think that after a while, after time, you're supposed to have a shift in your process where you
say me did have the knowledge there, Bridget. You say me did have the knowledge there, would I do it? Because I would want to experience that.
Yes. No, but that the whole thing, all right.
Wait there. I'm going to tell you something. You know profile?
Yeah.
All right, profile in a whole heap away in some bush. And the whole away, locks, the whole away I eat and the whole away now walk without shoes, barefoot. Right? I will continue the journey. All right, the whole away come out of the bush now. All right, me not tell nobody to stop wearing shoes, but most people never see me in our shoes yet.
Yeah.
So for them argument is though that Muta no wear shoes, and if him see me put on shoes, I'm going to say, Muta put on shoes. All right, look at now. Your thing say, it's an easy thing to go around the world for 40 years. I know how your shoes, Bridget. Eh?
No, it is.
All right, and that me I show you now. Say, me did have to experience that.
Of course.
I'm going to tell Tony Rebel, say, Rebel, me and you got the three most important places in our thinking. Ethiopia, where we go? Ethiopia, Israel, and some other place we go where we are saying, and that's how we did want to go experience that. All right.
Yeah.
You say, watch out, it's when me don't experience that. If you see me in our shoes, don't feel over here. I told you, say, I'm going to buy me shoes. Up to now, told you, don't buy me the shoes. Because him don't feel, say, I'm going to put it on him, feel, say, I'm going to go against my consciousness if him really buy a shoes to me. But him say, I'm going to do it still, All right. What may I say to you is that people see me walk a foreign in the snow. And I say, this not real. And people see me walk on the street down here when the thing hot. The other day when we march to the cockpit country. Everybody walk and say, I don't know you do it, you do it. All right. You see to that now, that in a certain so-called spiritual realms, a man I will show say, why, you have to go through certain this and go through certain that. Me I said, no, but when we did stop, we will take off the shoes. It's not that we did that thing, pan. It's a liberty trad, we did that trad.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a liberty trad. It's not no what them call it, experiment and all them something there. And up to this day, may I tell you, my daughter almost so 40 a day old. And I don't think she remember. My daughter, 40. I don't know if my daughter remember seeing me in her shoes. And it's that I couldn't put on one, May I tell you that, that I couldn't put on her shoes. Because I'm no madman.
Sure.
If me feel, say, the fire hot out there, so I'm going to put on something to protect my foot.
Yeah, natural.
Yes. So, when I say, it's that practicality, me I talk about the experience. The experience, not something where you read, not something where you think, but I mean not where you think. So it's something where you read or something where somebody else say. But me grew up on some man who can't read in Rasta. Them can't read. And for them level of Rastafari is when me all upon, not 12 tribe.
No, of course. Them ones are
me never hold on upon 12 tribe because 12 tribe never did that experience Rastafari. Them I read the Bible and I quote the Bible and I put the Bible in a perspective and context and all them something there. But the experience where me a search for in a Rastafari, me never see it amongst the 12 tribe. Me did have to go in some bush with Ivy and Profile and all of it who did left and go in a bush, go experience that. How it feel for don't live in a house and put on touch and do that and stay without food. And we go read about raw food, experience, we go experience that.
True.
And when we come out of bush now, I hear people that talk about vegan and lacto-vegetarian and all them stuff within that. See, so it's just that me I say, it is good because I'm there in a bush and I read all of these lab song rampa book, Buddhism, Taoism, Confucius. If you go in my yard now, I can lend you some book where all the things and where you are talking about right now. We read about it and I say, yes, it is a good thing for read because we all use some of when we read and quote it upon somebody too. But you see the experience when I talk about, brethren, that is where grab the fullness. You know, so me not leak what you say, you know. Me not leak what you say, you know. Me just put another conversation to you.
I try to balance the reading with the experience.
Me just put the conversation to you. It's just a conversation where you neck up my program tonight because me don't play the advertisement them. And me deliberately go there, so you know. You know why me deliberately go there. You know why me deliberately go there, so. You know, say it's going to turn out to this, don't it?
No, man.
You know. And that's why I love you, know, because every time that you talk about, see,
I want to teach them too.
when we're on the boat, we can't talk, you know. Because we're on the boat, you saw with Ziggy them and the Marley them, that we can't even talk to you. You understand? And when we come to Jamaica, you're there in your world, look, so be there in the world, so we can't talk to you. But we know say it's not going to come to this. Me know say it's not going to leave all the symposium and come to this because me deliberately bring it to that. So you must know that. Because I know you want to express that too.
I remember the reason for museum the time.
Yeah, a long time you want to say where you say this or no on the program, you know.
No, for sure.
I'm going to give you an opportunity to say it. I'm going to tell you.
Man, I feel like the other time that when we call in, it's like, you know, so I want to go in.
Yeah, man. No, but you tell me, no, but you see, all you use all you use to angle me is like me I run from your reasoning. It's like,
no.
Yeah, it's like, me not bring you up on the program yet. I mean, I say, all right, see.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure, I mean, definitely.
So me bring it to the reasoning where you did one reason.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. I'm glad for the opportunity.
And that is an experience.
Experience.
That is an experience. Anyway, you neck up my program. It's a lucky thing at night because you know you're how much management I call me and tell me, say, where is the anthem, where is it this, where is it that, and all them something there. So you know, we're supposed to talk to Kadamawi, you know, we can't get him. I don't know why we can't get him. Because they want to talk about the ganja in Peter Tosh. The ganja in Peter Tosh, but I saw it go. Anyway, brethren, we have to move on all those. Serious?
Give thanks, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Yeah? Yeah. This is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. We're there with you. So, we have to take some call, but I don't know what is happening. But I'm going to go play this brethren. This brethren is a very important brethren in the whole reggae vibes, even though he never come to Jamaica yet. I don't see them never come to Jamaica. He come to Jamaica, make an album, and it's a reggae album, and he use Jamaican artists and Jamaican musicians. Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. I kind of get over the accident and the traffic jam up. Since I talked to Kabaka. Yes, Kabaka, give thanks so make I forget about that. Well, I don't forget about it because me I talk about it still. We want to play this clip here from the Dalai Lama. For those of you who don't know who is the Dalai Lama, he is the spiritual head of the Buddhist faith in what we call all over the world, as a matter of fact, not just in China or in Tibet. He has been exiled out of China, out of Tibet. He is what you call a spiritual head. You know, the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church. You know, the Dalai Lama is the spiritual Buddhist head. So we want to play this talk by, well, somebody's telling you what the Dalai Lama said. Here we go.
When asked what surprised him most about humanity, the Dalai Lama answered, "We sacrifice our health in order to make wealth. Then we sacrifice our wealth in order to get back our health. We're so anxious about what will happen in the future that we don't enjoy the present. The result being, we don't live in the present or the future. We end up living feeling like we're never going to die, and then die never having truly lived." Ellen Goodman said normal is getting dressed in clothes that you buy for work and driving through traffic in a car that you're still paying for in order to get to the job that you need to pay for the clothes and car and a home that's empty all day just so you can afford to live in it. We live in a world where daydreams are more common than dream jobs, where money clouds our search for meaning. In search for profit, we sacrifice our quest for purpose, and in the pursuit of those paychecks, we give up our passions. We're completely rooted to our routines. We're plagued by indecision and lack of vision. They say that the most powerful prison is one when you don't even know that you're locked up. See, the suits are our uniforms, our cufflinks are the handcuffs, our ties are the chains, our boss is like the guard, and well, our cubicles are our cells. And now I know why they call it the glass ceiling, because it shatters our dreams. The only thing we excel at is Microsoft. Now that's a PowerPoint. You know what it's like. We spend the whole day trying to get our work on time, but then spend all of our time thinking about work. We wish our out of office could be permanent. We wish that our inbox would always remain empty. Our LinkedIn resumes are more interesting than our actual jobs. Our profile pictures are the happiest we've been in a long time. We live for the weekend, but then end up feeling weak, clockwork and monotony. But honestly, could Mondays be more meaningful? Could Tuesdays be less torture? Could Wednesdays be more worth it? Could Thursdays be more transformative? Could Fridays be more fulfilling? We count down the next 50 weeks knowing that there's another 50 years. We count down for the next escape knowing that there really isn't one. Because even when we're away from our desks, our minds are still there with the checklists in our heads. We stuff ourselves into our work clothes, then our buses, then the cars, then the trains, and then our offices, only to wait 5 days to live again. And we don't have time to eat dinner together, so we end up eating out of takeaway boxes, not realizing that the TV box takes away from our relationships. We eat on the go, meet on the go, we even sleep on the go, and then wonder why everyone cheats on the go. We're told it's normal to have a 9 to 5. It's a 9 to 9. And it's fine if you don't get enough time with the person you love it took you so long to find. It's normal to work late nights for that next holiday. We work 11 months in a row for 1 month of leave with pay. Hey, who came up with that? It's not normal. We have to reclaim our lives because right now we can all barely survive. And because when he comes late home from work, she says, you work so hard for a job that would replace you tomorrow if you drop dead. And he says, I don't have time for this right now. And then she says, nothing ever changes. We force ourselves out of bed to live the same day again and again and call it a life. Imagine this for a moment. What if Oprah listened to her haters and doubters? What if Steve Jobs settled for a real job? What if The Rock never broke through depression? What if Ellen never overcame the bullying? Imagine a world where everyone lived their passion. We'd be better people. We'd be better partners. We'd be better parents. See, I've never seen a strong person with an easy past. We all have a passion. We all have a genius inside us. We have that potential. I know that we've all been in that position, feeling confused and seriously lacking mission. But then I ask myself, at the end of my life, what will I regret? And the answer is clear. The pain of regret far outweighs the pain of risk. So next time you're going through challenges, just remember this. A winner is just a loser who tried one more time. All you need is one person to say yes. One moment can change everything. There are decades when nothing happens, and there are days where decades happen. A year from now, you will have wished you started today.
Yes. Words from the Dalai Lama, as we say, the spiritual head of the Buddhists. You know, Buddhism is not a religion because it don't have a center God. You know, you hear people talk about Buddha. The idea is Buddha is the way, and you aspire to be Buddha. You know, them have a saying, and we always mention this saying, if you meet the Buddha on the way, kill him. because it's really not the end of your journey, your quest for understanding and for enlightenment. Because we all search for enlightenment, and some people put themselves through some serious rigor to get to reach this consciousness that we search for. Yes, man. Especially in India. You know, you have men who do things that is unbelievable. You know, man stand up for years and not lay down. I mean, literally not lay down for years. Man have him hand in the ear till it petrified. Means it can't even come back down. Because him have to stand up in the ears. You know, you have people who do certain things that it's unbelievable. You see how people that talk about penance? Penance is a serious thing. And people carry themselves through certain penance because of them wanting to feel how it feel and understand how it feel. People who are serious about them spirituality do things that some people say is a mad thing. You know, it's a mad thing. But it's not a mad thing. It's because it's a quest to find something else. And it's something that you're searching for. Is you really carrying through yourself with that thing? Is not something else outside there and over there, so and where there, so. Some people use something outside of themselves to reach to a level and to a point. You know, that is why you find people worship people, places and things. People have deities and people have images and all these things people have, because in him consciousness, him feel that this thing or this person can guide him or her to that level of consciousness that him search for in himself. We grow up to believe that to find something, you have to follow that something to death without looking at the thing and being that thing that you're searching for. Because if you become that thing, you don't have to search for it again, because you are what it is. We want to play this. We want to play this. This is Morgan Freeman speaking. Here we go.
More was never enough. I'm 86 years old, and sadly, I'm basically sitting on my deathbed. I have millions of dollars in the bank, but I can't buy health to save my life now. I have family and millions of fans around the world, but I'm all alone now. Not even my children or a long estranged wife or brother stand around my deathbed. I lived my life wrong, and I don't want this to happen to you. If you listen and take evasive action, I can help you change your future. The following few moments may very well change your life, and I wish someone had told me this when I was your age. Money is not evil by itself. It's just paper with perceived value to obtain other things we value in other ways. If not money, what is evil, you may ask? Evil is the unquenchable, obsessive, and moral-bending desire for more. Evil is a bottomless, soulless, and obsessive-compulsive pursuit of some pot of gold at the end of some rainbow which doesn't exist. Evil is having a price tag for your heart and soul in exchange for financial success at any cost. Evil is trying to buy happiness again and again until all of those fake, short-lived mirages of emotions are gone. Imagine having it all, only to lose it all. You are now broke. All the money is gone. What you have. The only solution to your madness and happiness was acquiring more. Now you have no more means to acquire fake happiness. No more means to acquire more. So, who are you now? Well, all the people now who you thought were your friends while the money was flowing in. You might have lost your family, friends, and mostly everyone in the world thinks you're a self-centered, egotistical asshole. Why? Because of your endless pursuit for more clouded your mind and diverted you from your true purpose in life. Does this hit an emotional chord in you? Did it depress or sadden you? I almost said good, but I will say this only because I want you to change. I'm not saying you can't be financially successful. I'm saying have a greater purpose in life, well beyond the pursuit of financial success. Your soul is screaming for you to answer your true calling. You can change today if you redefine what success is to you. You can transform your damaged relationships and build new ones. You can forgive yourself and others who've hurt you. You can become a leader by mentoring with others who you aspire to be like. You can rebalance your priorities in life. You can heal your marriage and recreate a stronger love than you ever thought possible. You can become the best parent possible at any age, even 86. But don't wait until then. You'll always be able to make more money, but you cannot make more time. One day, just like me, you'll die too. What do you want to be remembered for? What can you do for others to make the world a better place? What is your true purpose on this earth? We are all dying, but only a small select few are truly living. You can step out of the shadows into the light. You are meant for greatness. You are meant for more than just what you do for a living. You are an internal being, meant to inspire and help the world. Let's get it right once and for all in this lifetime. Today, you step into the world where true love exists, and you finally realize that love, in fact, is the more you've wanted your whole life. Just love more and more, every day, in every way, and never give up, regardless of how challenging your destiny in life will be. The world really needs you now more than ever. Together with love, compassion, forgiveness, and faith in humanity, we will defeat evil once and for all.
But I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
Yes, that was Morgan Freeman talking about his experience at 80 years old and realizing, say, a whole heap of the things where him have don't make no sense because I'm laying down in the bed there now and that is it. Okay, so we are carry you through the paces. We are try wake you up on this consciousness, your words of make you play this one. Make you play this one here. We want to play this one. Very short. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
It hurts to love someone and not to be loved in return. But what is more painful is to love someone and never find the courage to let that person know how you feel. Maybe God wants us to meet a few wrong people before meeting the right one, so that when we finally meet the right person, we will know how to be grateful for that gift. Love is when you take away the feeling, the passion and the romance in a relationship and find out you still care for that person. A sad thing in life is when you meet someone who means a lot to you, only to find out in the end that it was never meant to be, and you just have to let go. When the door of happiness closes, another opens, but oftentimes you look so long at the closed door that we don't see the one which has been opened for us. The best kind of friend is the kind you can just be with, never say a word, and then walk away feeling like it was the best conversation you've ever had. It is true that we don't know what we've got until we lose it, but it's also true that we don't know what we've been missing until it arrives. Giving someone all your love is never an assurance that they love you back. Don't expect love in return. Just wait for it to grow in their heart. But if it doesn't, be content it grew in yours. There are things you'd love to hear that you would never hear from the person whom you would like to hear them from. But don't be so deaf as not to hear it from the one who says it from their heart. Never say goodbye if you still want to try. Never give up if you still feel you can go on. Never say you don't love a person anymore if you can't let go. Love comes to those who still hope, although they've been disappointed. To those who still believe, although they've been betrayed. To those who still need to love, although they've been hurt before. And to those who have the courage and faith to build trust again. It takes only a minute to get a crush on someone, an hour to like someone, and a day to love someone. But it takes a lifetime to forget someone. Don't go for looks, they can deceive. Don't go for wealth, even that fades away. Go for someone who makes you smile, because it takes only a smile to make a dark day seem bright. Hope you find the someone that makes you smile.
Yes. Okay, here over there now. We have a couple minutes left for the program done, and we really want to play this. This we want to play.
The Council of Nicaea was an effort by Constantine to control the people through military and through religion. Whoever can control your concept of God has a weapon more powerful than any physical weapon, than any sword, any gun, any atomic weapon. Whoever controls how you relate to the unseen presence of God will not only control you, but can control your children and your children's children. So it was at the Council of Nicaea that Constantine, this emperor, needed to find a way to consolidate his power, because the people that he conquered in various parts of the world had different religions, different ideologies. And it was at Nicaea where he brought together these theologians, these scholars, if you will, to hammer out one uniform theology that everyone would follow.
And if Constantine could convince people to take Jesus as God on earth and change that he was a human being, then they could take over the control of the Catholic Church and make one. So they invited. And one of the priests was an African known as Arius. Bishop Arius. There's a book called Blacks Who Died for Jesus by Mark Hyman. Gives the story of Arius. Arius now gets word that Constantine knows Arius is coming to dispute this. Because he's saying, how are you going to tell people this? Nobody's going to believe that story. That Immaculate Conception? Come on, we know that's written on the walls of Egypt. That's a mythology, that's an analogy. You're not supposed to believe that story. That's a nice story to live by, that each and every one of us has Jesus within us and every birth is an Immaculate Conception. But there was no one boy born as the Son of God to free. Come on, you can't. Constantine said, look, come on over here, Nicaea, I'm going to talk to you. He found out that he was going to be assassinated. So he fled into Europe with his followers. Arius and his followers became known as the Arians. Wouldn't Hitler have a heart attack if he knew who the real Arians were? They were a bunch of black folk.
Everybody who was worshiping Isis and dealing with mostly a Kemetic religious philosophy they said, we can't do this. This is ridiculous. This reminds me, there's no man called Jesus Christ. We ain't never heard of him. Well, Jesus Christ will take Jesus, which was the sun god in the west, and we'll take Christos, which was the sun god in the east, and we'll put them together. We'll have a name. And so what did he do? A man named Apollonius of Tyana, at that time, who had studied philosophy in Kemet, was teaching. He was a healer, working miracles. He was a hero at that time. So he became the template for Jesus Christ.
The first...
Yes, a little clip there about the... It's in colors, the creation of Jesus Christ, according to the hidden colors.
Speak of the devil.
I say give thanks to the moment, give thanks to the time. And, you know, we're coming here kind of feeling kind of strange because of the events of the day. You know, like, here about the big accident that happened on the highway, that's all. You know, a terrible accident. Yes, and, yeah, the day's event was kind of strange. You understand? So, we'll be back here, a little more from this, from 2 to 5:45 with the stepping razor. The Art of War. Total different program. We want to remind you that Saturday is the big show, tribute to Peter Tosh at Pulse on Trafalgar Road. And you also have the symposium, which is Friday. You know, at the, make us say it there again, make us remind the people them. Yeah. Yes, it's going to be held that day from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Interfaculty Lecture Theatre near Juicy Patty, UWI, Mona Campus. As we go out, Matrix in the house, yell up Matrix. All right, sir. So we are going to this. As we say, we will come forward a little more. 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 Our little more, 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 our little more.